our communities and how we all can participate. Come and find out how you can do better, sis.
Are you ready?
Solange to me is a solid artist from this album. Before then, I didn't
really wasn't checking for her.
Nah.
But I just think she hadn't found herself before this album.
She was trying to be
I'll
something
take that.
else.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think she was trying to be something else. And this right here, I mean, this record was just her.
Yeah.
I mean, with how she carries herself and how unique she is, this seems more appropriate than other stuff that she had done in the past. This fit her very well.
Right.
But this hair is mine. Don't be touching my hair. Do not touch my hair. Okay? Do not put your hands on me.
You can touch mine, but don't be talking shit, talking about you can't get your fingers through it.
Oh, wow. I'm saying, and you know what, this is, I guess this kind of segues us into our first topic of the day, is the natural hair movement. I mean, all three of us, I am the last one who have finally decided to just, cut off all the relaxer, do the big chop, and do the natural. No, processes, anything like that. So, and even though it's liberating to me, and I even had someone ask me, why you cut off all your hair? It's not, the question is not why did I cut off my hair. The question should be, how do I feel about my hair? And the only thing that I can really answer to that is because I just want to be free. I want to be free of the chemicals. I want to be free of the high maintenance hair, and it doesn't really, really matter. It's not about what you think about my hair.
This natural is high maintenance.
Very.
It is high maintenance. It ain't nothing to play with.
Don't let anybody tell you that it's not.
Short, though. Mine's
yours is short right now.
But you know what? Even when my hair hasn't been that short, but it's been about 2 inches. Even at the 2 inches, it was high maintenance. At the length I am now, this is the least amount of maintenance that I've ever done, and I've been natural almost 10 years.
Wow, it's been that long?
It's been off and on.
10 years.
Yeah, so about 10 years.
How long for you, Phoenix?
I did the big chop in September.
So not quite a year yet.
Right.
Almost. I'm going to have to mark my calendar.
I transitioned for a year, and that's when I was wearing the protective styles, and I didn't quite make the year mark for the transition because the last protective style I had, I was like, shit, enough of the sewing shit. Take this shit out. I'm over. Look, I'm over this, So I was just like, you know what? Just let's, I don't want not one more weave in my head because for one thing, I had never been the sew-in weave type of person.
Yeah,
for one thing.
I understand that.
And so when I kept talking about transition to natural, my stylist was like, okay, the only way you're gonna be able to transition is if we do the protective styles. And I said, what you mean, like weave? And she said yes. I said, oh my God. I said, I can't wear anything stiff. And luckily for me, I have a cousin that she sells hair, and it's high grade hair. It was a little expensive, but and it has to be
kept
blonde.
You in the transition move though.
But I got sick of it. I was like, the hell with this.
Yeah, I've never been a big, I'm not going to say I've never. When I was in college, I did a lot of braids.
But see, I see braids being different. I don't see braids as being the same as a sew-in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a big sew-in person.
Sew-in thing.
Nah.
I need to feel my scalp.
And it get itchy and you can't get under
and you
there.
get to beat yourself to death.
Pat your weave, ladies. Pat your weave, ladies.
Our weave.
Yes. She took it out. She always had to take it out for me. And she always found the hairpins throughout.
Where you been sticking them in there trying to get the edge.
That's a dangerous situation with the hairpins. I mean, I've had a hairpin stuck under the scalp.
Really?
Like with a...
It sound like it hurt.
Sound like.
Oh my God.
I actually have a mark in the top of my head, a scar.
Sticking pins in there
A scar.
How did it get
in
under
the top
your
of,
scalp?
I dug into it.
Right, dude.
Ooh,
I had
an itch for your ass right there.
You remember when the Goddess Twist first came out?
Yeah.
That's what I had. And as a matter of fact, I got my thing on it right now. And I was scratching and dug into it and didn't realize it until I looked under my fingernails. And I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. What the hell?
Oh my God.
And I was at work. It took a manager to look in my head and she was like, you have to go home and get that out. I didn't even have to stay out 48 hours. I threatened to go to the barber and beauty license department the board on the guy. I was like, look, my hair looked good. This shit was too tight. You got me jacked up. Like, I washed it out and the hair came out. I had a bald spot top of my head.
No.
It wasn't huge, but
it was enough.
It's enough for me to be traumatized.
This is unhealthy. My life is in a shambles right
If I were to part my hair now and point to it, you can see.
You still have a scar.
Hell yeah. I am scarred for life.
And see, that's amazing how we go through so many different things with our hair.
Oh yeah.
You know, just to, I guess, please everyone else or be presentable and fit in.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I was like, the hell with it. I'm sick of all of that. You know, I don't want a relaxer. When my stylist even tried to do a blowout on me, I was mad. I was sitting in that chair mad. She was like, Erica, I'm not going to hurt your hair, because that's the biggest thing for, natural people is don't damage my hair. I don't want the heat damage.
Yeah.
So
that heat damage is real.
Yes. And so I was like, she's like, Erica, you're not going to have heat damage. But I was afraid of that. So anyway.
I think in this, I probably had 3 blowouts since. I've had 2 low tension blowouts.
But the one you did the last time was real pretty. You said you didn't like it because it was kind of thin in the back, but the top was real full. And I thought it was real pretty.
And see, that's with the natural, you got 11 different grades in your hair. And I think because I always wore my hair with the sides and the back shaved, that's the finest part of my hair right now. So when you get it blown out, that's the thinnest part of your hair. But yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, shrinkage is real.
Yes.
Shrinkage is real. But we have to.
I don't care. I love it.
So it depends on the style. It does. It depends on the style. Matters. Yeah, like right now I'm trying to stretch my hair. I had one product in it, some Cream of Nature moisture milk or something I'm trying out, but I'm stretching it so that I can get a different style. But other than that,
choice is good for stretching.
I haven't tried that.
I don't have enough to stretch yet, but I'm gonna get there one day.
Oh, baby, I can't wait till you start playing with that, because that's going to be hot.
So, what was the reaction? We'll start with Phoenix when you decided to go natural. Like the reaction from your loved ones and
everybody was surprised. Everybody was.
I know I was.
Everybody was surprised because as far back as people can go, all you saw was Phoenix and the straight hair. That's all people were used to seeing. And when I went natural, everybody was like, you going natural? Are you sure? Do you have, what kind of grade of hair do you have? Because as a little girl, like when you saw all of the girls together, my hair was the most kinkiest and most just out of control.
Really?
My hair was the one. And then it had this dirty red look to it. So
what?
It was, so, and one of my aunts in particular, she was like, I just don't think it's a good idea for you. And I said, what do you mean? She said, you know what kind of hair you have? And I said, what kind of hair do I have? She said, you have that kinky stuff. I said, yours is kinky too. Actually, I said, just that you've been wearing relaxers so long, you've forgotten, because people used to compare our hair when we were little. Oh, shame. Because, and I think y'all met my aunt, the one that's really light skinned. Yeah. And I'm like, you're, without the relaxer,
your hair is the same texture.
Hair yourself. But, and so once when I did go natural, and I think the first time she saw it, she was like, oh, she said, that's pretty.
It doesn't look bad.
Well, I love it.
I love it. I think it's very becoming.
And, I don't care what anyone thinks. In fact, with the when I wrote the blog post about the natural hair and the guy, and this was a guy I was crazy about. And once upon a time, it was about what my significant other thought about my looks.
I think, but we do that a lot, though. I think all women, for some reason, we have this thing in us. I'm starting to believe that is given to us, because I got some stuff from my mother when I cut all of mine off a week ago.
What'd she say?
And what did she say?
I can't see. Why did you do? Well, I had been talking about doing the big chop for a long time. I've been relaxing for a long time. I haven't really been natural since I was a really little girl. And
you told us what she called you. What did she call you?
She said, she was like, bald it be. But before I actually cut it off, and I was talking, I was like, you know what? I think I really want to just cut all my hair off and just start over. I said, this hair, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. I don't like doing it. I just don't like it. And I have been, it's been like a year since I've been talking about, just cutting all my hair off and starting over. And my mom, she would say, I don't think you should do that. Well, why? And I was like, well, why, Mom? Why, some things just ain't for everybody. And I'm like, huh? But, me, I'm 40 years old. I take it, I listen to people, but that don't mean I got to do what you tell me to do. So when I was having surgery, getting ready to have surgery, and it just was something on my spirit, I was just like, I got to cut my hair today. I just got to do it today. So that day before, me and my sister, we went to like 4 barbershops. Ain't that many barbershops open on a Monday. That's
true. That's true.
So we stopped. Me and my sister, she rode with me. We finally got to the one where I got my hair cut, and they happened to be open. That was the only, I just need somebody to be open. And I went, cut it off. Me and my sister went to lunch. My sister was like, man, you look like Daddy. And we laughed about it. We laughed about it.
You do.
And we went and ate, and then I dropped her off. I went home, and when my mom got home, she was looking out crazy. She was like, your sister told me you was at the barbershop getting your hair cut. She was like, oh my God, why did you cut all your hair off, Kay? I was like, it's not all off though. It's not like bald. I got a little bit here,
right.
Just the bare minimum. I was like, but it's not bald. I said, I really like it. I said, I thought I was going to feel self-conscious about it, but I really did after the barber cut it off.
But it fits your face.
I think
if you didn't have a face for it, then I would be like, friend, let's come here. Let me help you with something. Right. Let me need to do some protective styles. Let me go and get you this Glover's mane so we can get this thing popping.
But my mother just and after she seen it and some of the comments she made about me being bald and I shouldn't have cut my hair off and all that stuff, it just. My mom, she is an old school girl, lady. They believe in the, having your hair done and doing all this extra for all of that, for no reason to attract the opposite sex. And, that's just not my thing because, I cut some out. So I don't care what it looked like. I'm just going to say I don't pull my punches. So that's not my struggle. So... But she is really, right now, comparing her struggles to mine, and our struggles are different. I'm looking for, somebody who's going to be equal to me, who just likes me for who I am. I don't care. If that never happens, I'm fine with that. But according to my mother, I should be trying to dress myself up and do all this extra stuff just to attract the opposite sex.
But you look gorgeous, though. That's the thing. And I think that being your true self is going to draw the right person.
Exactly.
That's what you're looking for.
Exactly.
And I agree with that 100%.
And that's my thing. I don't care at this point, and guys are seeing that Phoenix just don't give a damn if you like my hair or not. I like it, and that's all that matters to me. And honestly, I've had a lot more younger guys that likes it, and white men.
Oh, the white men like it. They like that natural. They like the natural. From the motherland, they like it.
So it's like, okay, I don't know what's going with our men.
I will say that I haven't really had any guys
have an issue
white men love it, like you said, and they will be the first ones to immediately reach for your hair.
Don't touch my hair.
They won't say anything. Like I remember being at in line at a picking up some lunch, and we told y'all a couple episodes how I am about affection and personal space. And this man creeps up in my personal space, and I'm like, wait a minute, because my Angela Davis kicked in. Hold on. And he was like, your hair is so gorgeous. And he put his hand in my hair. Y'all, I could have died. I could have died. Oh my God. He was everything in the book that day. And I was like, are you serious? He was like, I just have to touch your hair. Like, is it yours? Yeah. How did you grow it?
Out my scalp.
It just grows. This is how this thing works. But I do agree with, some of what Kay was saying in terms of, how the old people, they expect for you to go out, lipstick on every day, mascara, dressed up and everything. But one thing that we have to learn, and we have to teach our daughters as well as teach ourselves, is that confidence is the best piece of your wardrobe.
Absolutely.
If you are confident in how you look, everybody else is going to pick up on that.
Absolutely.
So if you feel comfortable I love your hair.
I like it.
And I'd be the first one to say, ooh, no, I got the clippers in the bathroom. Let's try this another way.
But even in that, even with our homegirls' opinions, it still boils down to
how do you feel comfortable?
That's true.
Comfortable, and what do you like? I mean, I know that I haven't had anything negative aside from my family, but just a couple of people in my family, not everybody, but I haven't had anything really negative from my friends about my hair. But most people that know me, for the most part, I don't give a damn. I mean, when it comes down to me, especially now, I think this was the biggest thing that I've done in a long time to express who Erica is. Or Phoenix is. But anyway, and then the second thing, of course, like my mom almost had a heart attack when she saw the tattoo, my hand tattoo.
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
She really was like, she really did not like it at all, and I'm okay with that, because when you go back and look at me back in the day and how I dressed and I carried myself, everybody always said, Phoenix, you dress weird. You dress weird. The whole Prince and Cyndi Lauper thing, that was me. The makeup thing, I mean, I wore the crazy makeup. If y'all can remember Denise from the Cosby Show, how she wore her makeup, that was me. And I was quiet, so
I can see
it was even more. She's really weird. She's weird. Maybe more like a emo, but not with all the little black stuff. But I expressed myself, and I think that as I grew older, I allowed people to tell me what was acceptable, and so I transitioned into this person that everyone else was comfortable with. But I wasn't comfortable. I'm sitting back like, I want to do this, or I see people who I think that I admire, and I'm like, they're just being themselves and they're so happy. And here I am, I'm having to go get this relaxer and wearing my hair straight because people like it, dress a certain way because that's what's acceptable and expected. Even with the hand tattoos and stuff, it's seeing some of the bracelets and stuff, and I'm like, dang, I want to get that, but if I get that,
it might not be acceptable where I need to go.
So now I got to the point, like, the hell with it. I'm gonna be myself,
basically.
I'm saying, and that's so crazy because I be watching. I'm not a motivational person myself personally, but I watch a lot of motivational videos. And there is an interview that Oprah did with, I can't remember who it was, but she was talking. The interviewer asked her a question. What would you tell young ladies or young people? Based on what the young Oprah went through, and then now you're Oprah. And she said the most honorable thing that you can ever do is authentically be yourself.
That's awesome.
She said you don't owe anybody anything. She was like learning how to be yourself and who yourself really is. She said that is the most purposeful thing that you can do in this life. And I'm not a big Oprah fan, honestly. I mean, I appreciate her business acumen. I recognize that, but I'm just not a fan per se. But when she said that, I'm telling you, it gave me goosebumps. And I think all this time that we've spent on this earth, or however long you've been here, I think that's basically what our spirit is kind of trying to take us. Now, it takes some people longer than others.
That's true.
But I think you're doing stuff and. It works for you in your personal life and your business life, but to yourself, you still don't feel comfortable. I think that's ourselves trying to be ourselves, and some people just get a little bit further away from that. But I'm telling you, since I cut my hair off a week ago, I feel so much better.
Feel free.
I'm telling you, I feel like I'm being free. If you don't like it, that's fine. If the next person doesn't like it, that's fine too. I really don't care. I've had to tell a couple of people to suck my balls. In the last, I'm trying to say,
I've had enough.
I've had to tell some people that, and I'm telling you. And when I read this, the blog post that was put out on the 19th, I felt this. I felt every word of this, Phoenix, and I do not understand black men who say they love or like black women. How can they fix their mouth to say, I love or I like black women, but I don't like black women's natural hair or their natural skin tones? Or I know we're talking about natural hair, but some of this stuff,
it all goes together.
It goes deeper. Skin color. I prefer a light skinned chick or a mix. I think mixed chicks are better. We don't like the chocolate girls, and I love a good chocolate girl. Let me tell you something. A chocolate girl. Let me tell you something. You get you a good chocolate girl. She cook and everything. Oh, I love it. But I don't understand how black men. If you are a black man and you say that you like black women, that's your preference. Right? Now, I understand we got some brothers out there who date across the globe. Player, we see you, okay? But we're talking about the guys that we know individually who are adamant that, I prefer black women, I just date black women, that's just my preference. But then that's your preference, but you got all these restrictions. You gotta have relaxed hair, you gotta have a beat face, you gotta have your feet done, you gotta have your fingernails done.
You gotta be this size.
Exactly. You gotta be a certain size. You can't be over a size 16. You know what I'm saying? We don't like that sweet 16.
And most of their asses walk around here with big ass guts.
And man boobs.
And moves.
Hello.
And moves.
We're not gonna get started on the moves.
Let's not get on the moves because I'm sorry. Y'all walk around here with moves and thinking y'all sexy and have the nerve talking about y'all don't like something on a black woman. Get the hell out of here.
Bye, bro. Bye. Nobody got time for that. Nobody
moves and good.
Oh my God.
You wanna have you may want to borrow one of my bras. If it's big enough.
But what's crazy?
Oh my God.
But we love y'all anyway.
Sometimes we love them and sometimes they don't love us. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. What kills me when you have this conversation with black men, okay, that are not fond of natural hair, they always go to nappy. They don't see anything outside of nappy. But my thing is, what the hell is nappy? Define it for me. Show me what it looks like, okay? Because if you see me right now, you may think this is nappy. But if you put your hand in, you be like, wait a minute. It don't look, it don't feel how it look.
Well, I asked the guy on Facebook. I don't know if y'all saw it. I asked him. He was
very ignorant.
And I asked the question, so I put a picture of me in different styles.
Did he ever answer that?
He did answer. He was like, well, I have to say, you wear your natural very well. Now, he said if he had to define which one he would consider nappy, it was the one I think was similar to this.
But in said picture, her curls were very defined
and popping.
And popping. They were popping.
Yes.
I seen the pictures. I seen when you put up like 6 or 9.
It was like that top one on the right, and I was like, so you consider? And I'm sitting there thinking he considered that one nappy, and that's the one I loved the most because the curls were really very defined, and I thought it was gorgeous. But he considered it nappy. But if you think about it, and I started thinking back to when I was a little girl. And the kind of girls that the little boys will talk about, oh, she's light skinned with curly hair. Of course, wasn't talking about me. Was talking about some other little girls and stuff, but they loved the curly hair girls. Guess what? We're curly hair too.
Curly hair.
So what's
the difference?
What's the difference? And just like Charli was saying, what is nappy? What is nappy? When some of y'all walk around here with these damn baller BPs.
Let me tell you something.
And these beards, I just seen this cat at the gas station
with the little curls, curls that refuse to move.
Let me tell you about this cat. So he said, he was talking to me. I think it was the purple lip. I don't usually wear a lip, but I rocked the lip today. And he was like, yeah, he was talking to me. And I'm looking at this beard, and it's not groomed.
Probably wasn't even connected. Up. You can't talk shit to me if your beard don't connect.
It was like he was trying to have dreadlocks in his beard. I'm telling you, I'm serious. I promise you, I am not playing.
You see my face?
I'm not joking.
Do you see my face?
I'm not joking. I'm not playing. I said, so he kept talking to me. Yeah, where you from? I'm from Orangeburg.
Oh, girl, you dodged the bullet. You all right?
I came up here to do some fishing. We was talking, we was just, conversing or whatever.
You so nice.
And I'm standing talking to the cat, but I'm looking at his beard. And I'm like, he said something, but in the middle of that, I just couldn't take it no more. I said, hey, bruh. I said, what's going on with your beard? He was like, yeah, I used to have dreads. They was real long. He pulled out his phone, showed me some pictures of his locks. His locks used to look good, but they don't look like that no more. I think he cut them off because he had on like a do-rag, but he still had them on his face. And I said, well, bro, I'm going to tell you something. That's not cute. I said, there's nothing wrong with rocking a beard. I have no problem with the beard.
We love the beards.
Trimmed and groomed and cleaned and all that kind of stuff. I said, this stuff you have straggling off of it, I said, that's not cute. I said, when you get back to Oberg, I said, I need you to get with your barber.
Tighten it up.
And I need you to get that off. Just cut all that stuff that's hanging off, just barely hanging on to your chin. I need you to just tell them to take the razor, take the thing, clean it up, edge it up, get you some good, no Beijing, because I don't like the Beijing. I think it's a catfish.
Vegan. the vegan powder
you're
dye.
talking about the dye.
It's a catfish, okay? The door on that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like it, but if you're trying to grow a full beard, or you're trying to keep your goatee great, I need you to trim that up, and I need you to comb it out. I need you to shampoo it. Make sure it don't smell musky. I need you to get that.
You need to moisturize it as well, because you also have to remember that you have skin under there.
Yes.
And if I part your beard and this flakes falling,
you have dandruff in your chin,
and your skin looks like something fresh out of Who Done It and Why, we have a problem. Back to this vegan. Y'all better stop putting this shoe polish and this powdered dye on your beard and think you're going to turn around and attract a grown-ass woman. Okay? 1, we know all about the dye. We've seen it. We use it. We know what the hell's going on. 2, you can't sleep on my pillowcases with that shit on your head and your face. And 3, if we going out in the sun and your hair's shiny, I already know that you done used it. Okay? And 15,
no.
Like you said, if the sun starts melting and you start falling apart like a claymation, I have a problem. But see, this is the thing. Don't project your insecurities on me because you're not secure within yourself.
Amen.
If you can't grow a beard, if your beard does not connect, if you have a piss poor, if the beard on your face look like pubic hair,
cut it off. Just cut
let
it
it go. If you're starting to thin in the top of your hair, guys,
just cut
because
it
you
off.
keep that do-rag on. Do-rags are not y'all's friends. Or you put, let me tell you, I seen the crazy shit. Dude had on 20 damn do-rags. I'm not exaggerating. 20 damn do-rags. He would take a Ziploc bag. He put his hand in the Ziploc bag and he would run the Ziploc bag across his waves. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, you think we spend time in the mirror? Oh man.
I came with a guy that's
time in the mirror. Listen,
I don't even spend that much time in the mirror.
What was that all about?
I was like, does he have is that supposed to be, reducing the static? No. He was trying to get his waves. Like, they said the 360. He was using that and he would use a toothbrush. And I was like, you doing absolutely too much.
You
like,
just get the regular brown brush and the hair.
Clearly that didn't work for him.
And that one can of Murray's. All you need is that one can.
They don't know about that Murray's. They don't know about that Murray's. They don't know about it.
I still got a can that I bought back in 1985.
I bet it's still good too. I bet it's still good.
It still works.
Listen,
I'm saying get that can of Murray's.
Not only that, when you go out here and you start approaching these women and you start talking to these women all reckless like, you got to think about how would you feel if somebody said the same shit to your mama, your grandmother, your daughter, or your sister.
It's not even just to their female relatives, just to them, because we don't judge black men the same way they judge us.
No,
that's true.
You are right.
That's true.
Right. If we walked around and we started saying, "Look, you got my face. You got a receding hairline,
baby, baby."
And your package, look.
Yeah.
Okay. Get on out here with your small
You have the Dunlap going on, and that's ugly. I'm sorry, you got moves. Don't come to me. No, don't even approach me.
But we're not like that.
But we don't do that. We don't drag black men like that.
No, they drag us.
They drag us
for filth.
Yes,
I'm trying to tell you.
Absolutely.
And it's ridiculous. But you know what? And I'm telling you, going back to my mom with her old school behind. But I'm telling you, my mama always said, County, you shouldn't talk to him like that. County, you just be saying you be reckless. But I'm telling you, I'm so glad that I had a dad who gave two fucks about that shit. He said, Kay, when you telling what you need to say or you saying what you communicating what you need to say, he said you need to make it clear, concise, and to the point. He said it ain't no need for that running commentary. He said, don't do that. And I'm telling you that is one of the things that I have always stuck to for a very long time. I understand a lot of guys don't like it. They feel, oh, you trying to emasculate
the
black man.
It's not that. They need that.
Trying to get my point across because I done said it 5 times real nice. Obviously, you didn't get it because I'm still having the conversation. So I'm just give it to you. If you don't like it, you don't want to call me back, that's fine. You the one missing out. I'm not missing anything. My life going to continue just like it's been going on. It's not going to stop just because you dropped out of the race.
That's true. That's true. But it's
with your little package having that. With your small package.
But you know what's crazy? Like, just imagine if black men went half as hard for us, like we go for them, we would be unstoppable as a race. There would be nothing you could tell anybody.
But you know, I'm telling you,
nothing.
I agree.
But they don't. But see, the problem is
agree.
They don't. It's not that they don't agree. They don't get it. They don't get how important it is for the men folk to support their women folk.
Right.
You have to support your women. You have to. Any man in any culture, if you're not supporting your women, that says a lot about you.
What are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing? I mean, that don't make any kind of sense. You have, above all, you protect your woman. And Malcolm X talked about that a lot. And I remember the first time I heard Malcolm X talking about black men and how they are and how they do not protect the black woman.
We are the least protected.
We are the least protected, and it doesn't make any kind of sense for black men to sit out here and they allow people just to beat us down. They beat us down.
Yeah.
They allow everybody else to beat us down. They don't step up for us.
They lead the party. They lead the pack of beating us down.
Absolutely. And I do not understand that because we go so hard for them. I mean, we'd be the first, if something happens to a black man, who's the first ones out there?
That's true.
It's a black woman.
True.
It's always a black woman leading the pack saying, no, we're not standing for this. And it just says a lot about us, not just, when we talk about as a race, but when you look at us economically, All of that. All that goes into account as to why we are in the state and that we are in, because it's all about everybody else and it's never about us.
I'm going to take a step further. I'm going to say it's all about everybody who has a penis. and I'm telling, and then I know people gonna be like, there they go with that man bashing stuff. I'm not bashing men. I'm telling you, I shout out to all the men, the real men. I don't care what color you are, who are taking up for their families. Their family comes first before their ego and their pride. Shout outs to all of those guys. But there was I'm trying to think who the interviewee was. It was a woman, I want to say, and the gist of it, very similar to this conversation. Was how do women play in this role to fixing, where we're trying to get to and actually being a part of the solution. And one of the young ladies answered that when you're in a society that is patriarchal, where there is no respect or anything for the female role in the society, this is generally the product of it. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what, she is absolutely correct. The men's point of view is, hey, we want all this power, we want to be in control of everything. I don't care what she got to say about it or do about it or whatever. She just need to shut up and do what I say. But those have historically, and I'm not just talking about our current situation right now, but historically, if you look back and go back to some of those African matriarchal societies, even the European ones, there were quite a few European matriarchal societies. In the time where the women ran everything, those economies, those societies, those cultures, they actually did better. Queen Victoria, I'm not even basing this on like color. I'm just talking just strictly gender. Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth, Cleopatra, Nefertiti. I mean, we can go back. We can keep going. Those societies, even though they're not, some of them are not around anymore. They don't exist anymore. But historically, when women ran stuff and we made decisions, we tended to be more gracious, more compassionate, more. Again, it wasn't about fixing it for us. It was about fixing it for everybody. And when men are in control, of course, it's the opposite. So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? She's absolutely correct about her assessment. I agree with that.
Well, I mean, it and that could be the case. I wouldn't say either. It has to be either or. My whole thing is it needs to be both. I think we all play a role in society, and I think that the problem comes in is when you're trying to prevent me from being me. That's when the problem comes in. And I know when we try to speak, I'm speaking about black women, when we try to speak, then we're loud, we're angry. What are you angry about? Hell yeah, I'm angry. I got a lot to be angry about. I have a lot to be angry about. I'm out here trying to protect myself. I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to help you, but you're not allowing me to help you, or you want me to help you, and then you take the hell off.
Right.
You can't sit and you can't work with me, and that's a problem. Because if you look at it, white women help white men. Yes, they do. They do. They help white men because whether they will vote against their own interests. If their husbands say we're going to vote for this person, even if a white woman does not agree, she is going to go the direction of her husband, and it's that the stats show it. They're going to support their own because they're going to. What they're trying to do is stay in position. We're not going to beat ourselves down. We're not going to go against our own interests overall. Because
it doesn't include women.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. Black men, I don't even know what interest do they have.
What interest do you have? Black men,
we know how to go to the website and leave support black men, but I don't like. Wait a minute, what are their interests?
I'm trying to say, and you know what? shout outs to the Honorable Brother Louis Farrakhan.
I love
There
him.
was a video, I follow him on Facebook. There was a video of a speech that he did. I'm assuming it was like a service or something. And he said, women were put here to be a helpmate. Now, that kind of abrasive. It was abrasive to me, that first part. But after I got over that part, I had to continue. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna get too angry because I'm only like 5 minutes into the speech.
And don't get angry.
I'm gonna listen to the rest.
I'm gonna say this real quick. It's subject to interpretation because it's actually in the Bible. It says help meet. It's not, but people always say help mate. It's a help meet because we are supposed to meet you where you need. But
exactly. But he kind of that's where he took the conversation to, and he said a woman can't help you do nothing. If you trying to do nothing, a woman can't help you do nothing.
Okay, I like that.
You know
okay, thank you.
After I got over the first 5 minutes,
I was like,
I'm glad you stayed in it. I'm glad you stayed in it.
I almost turned off. I was
I'm
like,
glad you stayed in it.
What is he talking, Brother Farrakhan? I'm here for you, but I don't know. But after I stopped pausing it and listened to the rest of it, he said a woman cannot help you do nothing. He said if you want to sit at home, play the PlayStation all day,
come on,
hang out with your homeboys all night, but you looking for a black woman to help you do something.
Come on.
She can't help you do nothing.
Come on.
What is her purpose if she trying to help you and you not accepting the help? And so after I got past the first 5 minutes, the independent spirit in me was kind of had some. My dandruff was up, my back fur was up. I was ready to go in, but I had to listen to the rest of it, and I absolutely, like you said, what are your interests? What are you trying to do? Do you have a plan?
No, they don't. No, they do not have a plan. They don't know how to spell plan. They don't know what the fuck a plan looks like. They don't know. No, and you know why? Because they refuse to level up. They are so loyal to their homeboys, Bebop and Dewey from way back in the day. Okay, we grew up. If they're not leveling up, they feel like, you know what? I'm not going to level up either. And it's not that I don't have to do it, but I don't want to lose this connection or this camaraderie that I have with Bebop and Dewey.
You think that's what it is?
But here's the thing. If you look, and these are just the men that I know. Okay. So 2 men in particular, they're still really good friends with their cousins or, really good friends with their friends from way back in the day. These men are in their 40s. Okay. And they're, well, such and such isn't doing this. Oh, you know what? He kind of made sense, as to why he won't do it. So I kind of see his point of view. No, this man said he is not going to invest in his wife's business because he doesn't like the products that she sells. What sense does that make?
Yeah, they got to do anything.
Right. Your wife can bring money, revenue, passive income, residual income into your home. I don't care if she out here selling hair off her ass.
Look, I was gonna say I don't care if she's selling shit. Guess what?
Shit sells.
Basically, that's how you're able to eat because it sells.
Right. It's as long as she's not out here selling.
Look, I don't like shit.
Right.
But guess what? I know I can get paid off of it if I start selling it.
But you see what I'm saying? Literally.
I don't know the rest.
I'm going to bag it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Got
some latex gloves. I'm allergic to latex. But I'll put them on for this hour just to put the shit in the bag. Okay. I'm trying to say.
But that's the thing. Like, instead of them being worried about
where it's going to take us in the future, like you said, the plan. The blueprint. No
plan at all is, well, they may look at me differently because I'm trying to level up. They may look at me like I'm, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to be something that I'm not. In actuality, you don't know what the fuck you are at this point because you're too afraid to disappoint or to outgrow your circle.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You have friends for different phases of your life.
I agree.
You have, come on. Sometimes you outgrow your friends.
Absolutely.
And it's not that you beefing with them. It's not that you dislike them. That shit you was on, I'm over
Where
it.
You going? I'm just not headed there.
I can't do that.
In the same direction.
You still cool. Maybe we can reconnect again later in life. But at this point in my life, I can't.
Yeah.
And because if you start to protect you, you'll see that you'll outgrow a lot of shit. If you understand what's important to you, where you're trying to go, and what is necessary to take you where you want to be, you'll outgrow a lot of shit. Family included.
And you're supposed to. So when people talk about, oh, they've changed,
yeah,
I would hope they have changed.
I hope you're not the same little bastard I was 12 years old. Now we 45, honey. I would hope if you the same person, then you need to check yourself.
But you know what? And not only that, men do not check their homeboys.
They don't. They
let
just
me tell you something.
Ride. They be like, "Oh, that's what you do," and then they just let that shit ride.
Sit there and
they
laugh
would.
like
That shit ain't
listen,
funny. It's not funny
because
not
for
at
your
all.
45-year-old homeboy.
It cannot be a plan. Oh, I want to start this business. I want to start that business. Or you can't say you're all about black nationalism and you have nothing in place. You don't know how are we going to trade with other countries,
right?
If we're going to be part of, if we're going to have our own, this
economy
and stuff. How are you going to do that?
They don't know how to shit work.
Do you know who to speak with?
No.
Are we going to have our own military? How are we going to protect ourselves?
Exactly. How are we going to feed ourselves?
How are we going to feed ourselves? None of
what kind
none
of
those
trade,
types
what
of
kind
things
of resources can we get?
Are what I'm seeing. I'm seeing. Let's start, and I won't call a person's name. Charli, let's start this whole new movement. But the first thing we're gonna put out there, we're gonna invest in is a damn club.
You know what?
I can't. Y'all make my
but you know what? Sidebar. I'm so sorry. I want you to hold that. Don't let it go. Hold that. To that I say, you cannot enrich your community. You cannot be a force in the movement if you're trying to put drugs and alcohol back in the community.
Amen.
I agree.
I understand that particular club or that particular establishment is going to create jobs, but it's going to do more harm than good.
And when you're talking about establishing something,
mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to build a base.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a secure foundation.
Come on.
So how are you going to start with
entertainment being your foundation?
Thank you. So you're going to build this foundation on entertainment? That's how you're going to do it?
This ain't a circus.
Not only that,
it's not a circus.
I mean, come on.
In an area where everybody does the same fucking thing.
Entertainment.
Do something different to where they be like, you know what? Oh, wow.
Not just do something different. When you're talking about, like, for instance, people talk about the Black Wall Street, like doing Black Wall Street over again. Okay, but you go back and you look at how Black Wall Street was started. I can tell you one damn thing.
Property and
they started with, thank you. That's how they started. Not, we're going to open up this club or this juke joint for the Black Wall Street. No, we got to start with our basics.
We need real estate.
We need housing.
We
food.
need a library, food.
All schools. I mean, all those types of things. And then you branch out. But damn.
Hospital.
So we're going to go party first. So we're going to go get drunk. We're going to eat good. And guess what? We're going to forget about,
we need a hospital. What is
right.
What are we going to do? We don't have a doctor on call. Okay?
Because honestly, y'all know we were talking about this earlier, like with things with Miss Tucker and the two troops. And not only her, the thing with Starbucks, all these things. At some point, we have to stop looking at everybody else and saying, y'all have to treat us fair. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
You know what? Let's do our own thing. I can brew some goddamn coffee. Shit.
I can make some I can make delicious ass coffee. I don't drink it, but I make delicious ass coffee.
And you're talking about somebody that I drank when it came down to me eating or having me a venti. Guess what? I'm getting my venti. I'm getting my latte, baby. I'm getting my caramel macchiato venti, please. I mean, I wouldn't eat. Yeah. I would rather have my Starbucks coffee. But when I look back at it, when I make my own damn coffee, it tastes way better than Starbucks.
And it's cheaper.
We can do our own things. We keep looking for everybody else to accept us. And guess what? They haven't accepted us then. They haven't accepted us now. They're never going to accept us and treat us equally. Because if they treat us equally, then we stand a chance of becoming a dominant race. And they're not going to allow that. They're not going to allow this. Just like with everybody talk about Abraham Lincoln. Hell, Abraham Lincoln wasn't no friend to the damn black man.
Stop. Say it again.
He wasn't a friend to the black man. He said himself, if there has to be a superior race, he wants to be of that race. He don't want to be of an inferior race or an inferior group. He said it himself. He did what he did. That was a political move.
Basically,
that had nothing to do with it's not right to enslave these people. It had nothing to do with that. And I just want us to get away from looking to them
to
constantly.
Pick out morality.
Because if they were,
right
guess what? If they were worried about right and wrong, it wouldn't be about equality.
Come on.
It'll be about equitable.
There you go.
Making certain that everything is equitable.
There you go.
So whatever I need to get on the same slate as you, then if it means that you have to give me $50,000 and you give the next person that may be white $2,000, guess what? They're already ahead of me. I needed more to get on the same
exactly
on the same page as them, or the same,
they already had 50 G.
Exactly. So let's make it equitable and stop talking about equally. Fuck equal.
I don't give a fuck about equal.
You know how far we have to come to even become equal with them?
Right.
I mean, we already behind 400 years, 400 years.
We going on 500.
So fuck these laws that talk about where everybody have access. Guess what? No, everybody may have equal access, but everyone does not have equitable access.
Come on.
So that's the thing I'm sick of, and I'm sick of us constantly saying, "Oh, we're gonna boycott." Fuck them. Don't boycott them. Stop spending your damn money with them.
Yeah.
Don't spend your money there.
Go there.
Fuck the boycott.
Period.
Just don't show up.
Just don't show up.
So I mean,
we ain't no need to protest. Ain't none of that.
I'm
just
not marching.
Go.
Look, how many times? Now, Charlie, how many times? I think you've marched with us, Kay. But how many times we done damn marched someplace?
Once.
We don't march more than one time.
No,
I marched more than once.
I did more than once.
I've done more than once.
Man, you only did once that time.
It must have just been me. You had to march more than one time.
We went to now that one I was at.
We done marched more than one time. We done showed
and
up.
Then me and Murder done been to a couple.
Well, we can say march and protest. We done did marches and protests.
Well, I've marched once. I protested a lot. However, I stick to the protest. And I think when we protest and we boycott, we show our hand. If we would stop doing that shit and we actually get together and we say, we can actually take Starbucks down. If we get together and instead of, like you say, building clubs or leasing, we're leasing clubs. Because at this point, the prospectus did not say buy the building for the club.
See, we don't even own it. We not on it.
Right. We're still paying somebody to lease the building and we're operating a business in said building. Okay. So you still really don't truly own the business. Okay. So if we would get together and open up these coffee shops and these internet cafes, and it doesn't take much, you can open up office spaces. You can actually open up a coffee house with less than $10,000.
Yep.
You have libraries. You have libraries that actually will give you a grant to open up a coffee shop in said library. You have office buildings who are looking for vendors, okay, to come in and they will pay you to lease the space. Like where y'all work, that's a contract. You have to win a contract in order to be there. So you really don't have to have a building per se. Okay? You can actually come in and you can
have
an idea and say, hey,
equipment.
This is what no, you ain't got to do that. The establishment that wants you there can outfit the place for you. You provide your talent.
But even when we get to that kind of point, my thing is this, because you already know if we begin to do things like that, they're going to start sidestepping our asses. That's why my thing is we have to start owning some shit.
Right.
We have to start owning some shit. Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to blindside us. They're going to find reasons not to give us the contract.
Or somebody's going to come in.
They're going to do all kind of bullshit like they did in the past.
Well, you know what?
That's historically, that's
what
it happens now. If you attend any of these minority business meetings, and I attend them regularly. Okay. When you attend these meetings, let me tell you who the minority is in the building. Okay? No. Let me tell you who the minority is in the damn building. You won't see anybody in that motherfucking building but white men. The last meeting I went to, I was one of 5 black people in the entire building.
Black people general.
Let me tell you how these bastards get over. Okay? Because when you look at the DBE certification, all right, it said, I know we're getting kind of off topic, but I got to explain this. When you go through the DBE certification, you have 8A, which means that you are in.
DBE is.
I'll have to get the correct terminology. Okay. But it's basically where you're licensed to get minority contracts to do business with the government. Okay. So they have various certifications. So for DBE, disadvantaged business enterprise. There you go. Thank you. So with that, all right, you go to your government and you say, basically, I'm a minority. Either my business is in an area that's disadvantaged, so below the poverty line, okay, and they tell you exactly what the poverty line is, your area, or 51% of your business has to be owned by a woman, okay, or you can identify as LGBTQIA plus, okay, or you've got 8A, that's disadvantaged. You've got women, you've got LGBTQIA plus, and then you've got something else. But me in the building, I'm black, that's one. I'm a woman, that's two. 3, all of my businesses are 100%
women
owned by a woman. You would think that I would be the first one
that they want to give money to.
But you know what? How I would win? I wouldn't win on getting a main contract. I would win getting a subcontract. Exactly.
You're working under a white dude that's got a big business,
or a white woman, So
and paying you a percentage
when you see when you riding on the interstate and you see these people out here, they're not. Those are contractors. When you see these bridges collapsing, those contractors. So the state and the government gets federal money to hire these contractors. The money is great money. And it doesn't matter what entity or what industry you're in. They have marketing jobs. They have jobs for daycare, facilities. They have jobs for restaurants, anything.
Food service.
Anything. So that's something that we as black folk need to look in and get more into. Because if you make unfortunately, this is sad, but this is how you got to play the game. If you make a friend with a white man who does have a contract, 9 times out of 10, he's going to continue to get that contract throughout the years. But if you get a set aside contract or a subcontract up under him, your name is on the books for Fed money that says, right.
We vouch for them. We already expect they did it.
So what happens? What happens is with your name now being in the pool, it identifies. Oh, this is a black-owned company. The CEO is a woman. 85% of it, is owned by this, and she identifies as LGBTQIA, whatever. We're looking for this particular person or this subset. Let's go ahead and award this contract to them. So you got to learn how to play the game when it comes to that.
I didn't know that.
And see, that's the thing that angers me, because I don't like any of that bullshit.
I should be able to just vote on the shit and go in there and put my shit in.
It just angers me because I didn't know that, and that just further angers me because that puts us right back where we've always been.
Exactly.
And that, to me, is a problem. So when we talk about black men, what's the damn plan? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. What is the plan? What are you marching for? What are you asking for? Don't just say, don't kill our children. Shit, stop killing us as a people. I mean, all together. Open every damn thing up. All things being fair, all things being equal, all things being equitable. Just open it up. This kind of shit puts me in the mind of go down there and tell Mr. Brown or Mr. Smith that, I sent you down there to get some damn groceries or some shit. I got to use your name in order to walk into his store to get some goddamn groceries. What I need.
Even though I'm qualified.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of nonsense is that?
I agree.
And it's the same. It's the same damn bullshit.
It's the same.
And so we sit back and we talking about
it's tenant farming. You still tenant farming.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
In 2018, we motherfuckers still tenant farming.
It's ridiculous.
And no matter how good a job I do, I'm not going to get the credit for it. He's going to say, they're going to say, oh man, you did a really good job. And he's going to say, I sure did. Mm-hmm. He's not going to give the brown people the.
Oh, you're working with Steven over there.
That's exactly how it goes. That is exactly how it goes.
It's tenant farming.
Exactly
and no
how it
matter
goes.
how much they give you out of this $1 million contract, you get 5% of it. And you still at the end of the job, you still gonna owe this white cat some money.
But you know what? What made me proud? You know what made me proud? There's a black woman, in our state, who has an office not far from here. Hold on, y'all. Right. So, like I was saying, there's a lady who is black here, who is the number one contractor in the state when it comes to construction. And she does not play with these other humans. She gives them the business, and she is always very vocal at the meetings. And I find it just amazing that you have this black woman who is not taking shit from anybody. I'm talking about government officials who are in the meeting as well. She told one dude, no, you're going to shut up talking to me. Let me tell you how this is supposed to be run. And I was just like, oh, hell.
Is it the same lady from is it the same girl from the A Million Cups?
No. This is an older lady. This lady has already given all her fucks. She has none to give. It's a wrap. And I was sitting behind her and I was like, wow. Okay. And everybody was just looking at her, and you can tell she's respected in the space, but her mouth was reckless. And I was like, I love it. Yes.
So disrespectful.
Yes. But she says she's been in the business for 30 years. Okay. She retired from the Department of Transportation. Okay. Local. And what most of them do when they retire, they open up their own consultant firms with the knowledge that they've obtained from DOT. Okay. And then they get contracts based on that knowledge, and then when their friend retires, they bring them on as well. Okay. So it's like, oh, okay.
That makes sense, though.
This how the thing works. So yeah, she's been a minority contractor for 30 years, and she was talking to me, and she was like, when you get in, you're in, but it takes a while for you to get in. And I was like, that's sad.
But that goes back to the equitability.
That's true.
That we were talking about.
That's
earlier.
True.
You know, it shouldn't take all of that. If I have the credentials, if I have, the experience to take on these jobs and to complete them at whatever I'm bidding, whatever the price is that I'm bidding on, it shouldn't matter, whether or not somebody know me or somebody can vouch for me. If I'm doing this, then know, and especially if I have a portfolio already, then know that I can do the job, and it should be equitable. I should be able to get that on the strength of what my work that I've already done, not based on what somebody got to say about it.
It's crazy.
Like it. I understand that's how it works. I understand that's how Donald Trump got his job. That's how Ryan got his job. Mike Pence, all them people. But what I'm saying is, if people who are getting the job are filling these job positions who are not qualified, who are showing that they're not, mentally, emotionally, mature to handle the objectives, then what is it? I mean, what am I supposed to do with that when I know that I can do the job? Not saying I can be the president, because I don't have that much patience.
I was about to say,
especially with Delta 6 at my 3 o'clock. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just not mentally mature enough for that. But I could say
but that's neither here nor there right now. It should be, but it's not.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we're just talking at the state level. We're not talking, federal commissions and federal contracts and that kind of thing. We talking like city, county, state. That it shouldn't be that difficult for people to be able to do stuff that they want to do when they have to, especially when you have to, we talk South Carolina, they got all these road projects that's half-ass finished. When was the last hurricane? That Wilson Boulevard road, that bridge been out since that last hurricane. They were supposed to open that road up, according to the DOT website. It was supposed to be open,
but they're not going to. Let me tell you why. Because that's a privately owned bridge.
That's not what I heard. I'm telling you, look on the DOT website. They said that they obvious, according to what the information on the DOT website, whoever owns the dam actually did what they were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then now they didn't name who owns the dam, but they finally contacted them. They actually fixed whatever part of the dam, the private owned dam, that they were supposed to do. So now DOT is supposed to go in there, or whoever they contracted to do the work that DOT is supposed to do, they supposed to go in there and fix the bridge, and it's supposed to be open April 2018, but it's still not open.
Well, I'm gonna say the word in the neighborhood, because that's where old boy lives, is DOT is in the wrong. That's the word at this point. I forgot that was the night. But anyway, but yeah, so that's why that's because they're the crossroads at this point. But you know, it in that case, it's privilege. You know what I'm saying? Their privilege shines through in every situation. You know, and that segues to this lady at the Cheddars fighting over a parking spot that the soldiers weren't even going for. You were taking too long to back your handicapped van into the space.
Kind of with your handicap.
And instead of me waiting for you, I went around you, which didn't have anything to do with what you were doing.
I still ain't parked in the park. You was taking 40 days before.
Right.
The back end.
My baby got to eat. We've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? So she's wrong on so many levels. One, she's wrong. Her son should have been arrested because that's harassment.
I absolutely down. That is the only. I had an issue with him not being arrested.
And I don't know who the other human was, but she also. Okay,
was it
so
the daughter or the daughter-in-law?
It was. I think they said it was a daughter.
Well, all three of them. It should have been a package deal. All three of them should have been riding in the same car. Because one. And my first issue is you're assaulting government property.
No, the fact that she was pregnant, that's the first thing, because if you put your hand on the pregnant
yeah,
person,
she didn't care.
Automatically arrest.
She didn't care.
Fuck Uncle Sam.
And the guy and the son,
yeah,
he was trying to go for her, and that's when everybody in the restaurant
he did put his
kind of stood up and was like, "Bro, you can't be doing that shit."
But one of the black dudes pissed me off because he kept saying, "Stop recording, stop recording."
I'm gonna have to watch the video again.
But you know what kills it? It's a lot of us that are scary feel that something's gonna happen to you if you shed light on the injustice that goes down. As long as I pay the bill on this phone here,
I'm trying to tell you,
I'm gonna keep this bitch running.
I'm trying to tell you
until the battery
is gone.
Tells me I can't run it no more.
That's it.
Right.
Because if we don't continue to shed light on what goes on so they can see it for themselves. Now, granted, even if they see it, their perception is going to already be skewed because it's got just like the Starbucks situation. Oh, they should have purchased something. I haven't listened.
Goddamn thing.
I have scheduled, participated, and at 50, 11, 22 meetings in Starbucks, and it didn't buy anything.
Didn't buy nothing. And there's plenty of other people.
But you know what?
People.
It's people that suck up the free Wi-Fi. It's people that come in there that are homeless for the heat. It's students that come in there because they get high off those crack-ass coffee fumes. It's people that come in there, you know what I'm saying, to do homework or whatever the case may be. Again, I have purchased before, but not every meeting that I've had. And I'm not a coffee drinker, but I will admit that if it's an early morning meeting and y'all know I work overnight, I will go get me a good Starbucks coffee. But that's rare. But again, everybody was saying, oh, the majority of them were saying, oh, you should have purchased something. You should have purchased something.
But all of y'all in here, y'all haven't purchased anything.
Listen,
y'all ain't bought a honey bun, a cinnamon bun, a cup of tea.
I mean,
nothing.
Some of them are saying that it's wrong because some of them are saying the same thing. It's like at any given time, tens of thousands of college students go through Starbucks and don't buy.
That's true.
That's true. That's something that a lot of them do recognize. And looking at some of the blogs, A lot of white people are saying the same thing. That is racism. That was straight up
And
racism.
you know what? I appreciate the fact that a white woman actually brought it to light.
The lady who actually did the full
brought it to light. And their business partner, the guy who they were trying to make the real estate transaction with, is white, and he used his privilege to question the authorities. Why? What's going on?
Why are they being arrested?
Right.
Why are they? And if you check out the good, and you know they really being real quiet, but they did do the guys that got arrested. They did do Good Morning America
this morning.
And I did check out the interview. I'm assuming the white guy on the panel was their lawyer. It was the white guy, then the two black guys, and Robin. And I guess Robin was asking questions like, you know, what do you think, you know, they were thinking and that type of thing. And that's when the lawyer kind of stepped in and was like, you asking these guys to kind of invent what they thought the actual intent was. Exactly. And they're not doing that. He said, bottom line is, if you go to the Starbucks website, their mission and objective says that something about this is a place where you can meet people,
inclusion,
and do business, and
right.
It does not mention at all on any of the website information.
You're never gonna find
that
it.
You have to purchase something or anything like that. And you know, me and my mom, we were just talking about this because one day I was meeting my mom for lunch and I was running late. And I was already upset because I actually ended up getting a ticket. This is like about a month ago. And that's why I was running late. So I met my mom where she said she was, and she said she wanted something to eat. And we were in the parking lot, and it was a Chinese restaurant there that she liked their food. And she was like, well, we can just go there and get something to eat. Now on the way in, I was like, oh my God, Mom, I gotta use the bathroom. Because, you know, I'd been on the side of the road with Forest Acres with they punk ass for like 25 minutes. So, I gotta use the bathroom. So we were gonna get the food, but I had to use the bathroom immediately. So we get into the Chinese restaurant, and I'm like, oh my, I see, in my mind, if a place is public, per DHEC, they have to offer a public bathroom, right? If it's a public sit down type of eat situation, there's a DHEC regulation. They have to offer a public bathroom. So I see the bathroom. I'm like, Mom, check the menu out. I'm gonna go to the bathroom then, because I was paying for the lunch. So I go see the bathroom. Check the door. It's locked. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's somebody in there since it's locked. So the lady finally comes to the cash register, and my mom was like, well, she was like, I said, Mom, the bathroom is locked. Ain't nobody in there. And so my mom asked the lady, you know, the bathroom is locked. My daughter needs to use the bathroom. Can she use the bathroom? And the first thing out of this lady's mouth is, well, we only have a bathroom for paying customers. My mother was like, excuse me? And the lady's like, we only have a bathroom for paying customers. My mom was like, well, we came in here not because we had to use the bathroom, but because we was coming here anyway to order food.
That'd have been an exit right there, but it's going to be like that.
And so I was looking crazy. I was looking at the lady on my glasses. My mom was ready to fight. And I said, Mom, just calm down. I said, we can go to the Subway and get something to eat, because it was next door. And my mom was like, no, we are ordering food. Give my daughter the key to the bathroom so she uses the bathroom and we can order our food.
That's right.
And so finally, now this is the third request for the key to the bathroom.
It wouldn't have got to the second.
To give us, you know, so that I could use the bathroom. So the lady finally gave the keys, but it was still she was doing it hesitantly. It wasn't like, oh, here you go.
I would have been pissed and walked out after that too.
Here you go. And I used the bathroom, and we ordered the food. Me and my mom was talking, and of course both of us was angry by this time. And my mama was on a million, and she was like, you know what, Kim? I'm not eating here no more. They make me sick. She said they want our money. They want us to come in here and get our money, but they don't want us in their store.
Yep.
I said, you know what, Murder, you right. You are absolutely right. And we have not been back to that. And my mom very picky eater. She don't eat at everybody's restaurant. And she actually liked the food there. And we have not been back since then. We have not been back since. And I think that is, for some reason, that is being a practice of a stupid business practice. I don't want to call it a better business practice because it's not doing anything. Starbucks is about to fill this. That's why they about to close down all these stores, and for this system training from people who not even sensitive to black people plights anyway. Which is a whole different, another conversation. But they about to fill this. They stocks about to fill it. They revenues is about to fill it, and it is nothing they can do but just ride it out.
It's interesting you say, because I've been looking at the stock and it's barely moved.
Really?
Barely moved.
Are you serious?
A few dollars. Barely
and
moved.
That shows you
barely
what
moved.
they think about us.
Exactly.
Because
barely
they
moved.
know only thing we're gonna do is talk shit.
Right.
We're gonna be on social media.
Right.
We're gonna make the rounds on these different talk shows, and we're gonna talk about it. And that's all we're gonna do. And guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back to our same spending habits.
I'm not spending no money with them. I'm not spending money with them.
As a whole, that's what we do, though.
Yeah.
Until we show these people that we are serious, they're not gonna take us seriously. They don't care. They don't care. One of my friends, case in point, which I started golf on her on Facebook, because she's like, I am not boycotting. I forgot which store it was at the time. In fact, I'm going shopping tomorrow. I'm gonna go by there tomorrow. It's just stupid. We talking about boycotting. Boycotting for what?
Are you serious?
Because she's stupid. She's dumb. She's dumb. So you a
I
housewife.
like the old Navy jeans. I don't have been in the old Navy.
You're a housewife. You don't know. You sit in your damn house that your husband pays for. He's surrounded by white people who like him. He's a person in management, so he makes good money. So you evidently you can relate more to them than you can relate to us. But I remember when your ass stayed in the damn projects.
Hello.
And you were singing a different tune then. Now it's for what? Nothing's gonna change. No, it's not gonna change as long as you have that type of mentality. It's not gonna change. But until we stop giving them our monies,
they don't give money.
They don't give a fuck. If the stocks did not change, it did not shift anything.
Nope.
Wow.
That says a whole lot.
What
the world thinks about.
Just went
it was like
ahead
shit. Oh well, a black person got.
Okay, we going to get some lattes or what?
Right, but you have to look at look at the people that actually support Starbucks. Look at their demographic. Go ahead.
Now, as far as like a lot of the outreach and stuff that they've done, I mean, Starbucks, very similar to Ben and Jerry's. They are very much for.
That's not what I'm talking about.
LGBT.
I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, it sideswiped me. I was not expecting this type of behavior at the Starbucks. Even though I don't go to the Starbucks.
But here's the thing. It's not. They're not being penalized because of who they are as a company.
Right.
They're being penalized as a representative of the company. Showed her ass. She made a piss poor decision and used her bias.
And their response.
Right.
Their response.
That apology shit. I
was shocked by that.
That apology was weak as hell.
It was very weak because I was one that was like, okay, it's not Starbucks.
We do not tolerate
it's the manager.
Right.
But then when I saw their response, I was like, that's weak as hell.
Yeah, but you know what?
I wasn't expecting that.
I do believe after he said it, somebody pulled his coat and said, wait a minute.
That's not the right shit you supposed to be saying.
That wasn't enough.
Oh no.
Just like they pull the coat of this lieutenant or captain or whoever he is, and they say, wait. You clearly didn't listen to this 911 tape. You clearly didn't listen to the witnesses.
Oh, the black dude.
Right, and he's only coming out now because his officer is getting backlash. Yeah. That's it. Because if I were the officer, right, and I called for assistance, I called for a judgment call, and you as my superior said, make the arrest, forget logic, make the arrest, you are now responsible. Yep, but because they didn't see you, they saw me putting the handcuffs on this man. who peacefully went to fuck with me. Did not resist at all.
Said they was on Good Morning America. The dude already said they didn't read me my rights. They didn't tell me why they was arresting me.
Come on.
Said the only thing I had was handcuffs. He was like, I'm trying to deal with the fact that I got handcuffs clinking on my wrist and I haven't done nothing. He said that this morning on Good Morning America.
So here's the thing. What's gonna happen, and this is what I foresee, there will be a lawsuit. It needs to.
They about to get their money.
The lady, what's her damn name?
Starbucks.
Hilda. Not her name, not Hilda.
Tucker lady.
Not Tucker. I'm talking about Starbucks lady.
Oh,
the manager.
The black lady. Oh no, oh man.
The manager. Somebody Hilton or whatever. Her.
Holly Hilton.
There you go.
Yeah.
Holly needs to be listed first.
Yes. Starbucks.
Second. Okay.
The police.
Wait a minute.
Department.
The police third. And since this is a franchise,
whoever is the independent
right?
operator.
Since this is one of the old workers said this is a corporate store, which means Starbucks owns it, but it is run by a local group in Philadelphia. They need to be listed as well.
Yes, everybody. I need everybody to run the check.
And see, this is the thing with this. Like some of the employees have come forward and say that she's always
the
been
manager's
like that.
been
Right.
like that.
And I'm like, okay, so
this can't be the first complaint.
it can't be the first complaint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just that you got caught. Essentially, you got caught this time. So, you know, even in things like that, like what are we doing? What is our train of thought when we see this type of behavior? And we don't do anything about it because if the workers are saying she's always been an asshole to black people,
it's about to be a class action. I can't imagine how many black people who were employed there that she done fired for no reason simply because they was black.
It can get really big
it's gonna be real.
If all the black folks or even the workers who are willing to say yes, she's
did
done these type of things before.
But you know what bothers me about us as in black people, we need to do a better job of blowing the whistle on shit like this instead of going on social media activism and not taking it outside of social media. Yeah, you can get these people fired, but they're gonna have another job tomorrow because what's gonna happen is somebody is gonna reach out to them and say, hey,
white supremacy.
Right. Hey, listen.
Yeah, another black man.
You know, you start your GoFundMe campaign. They're funding this campaign.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to take a better stance and we say, you know what, enough is enough. Phoenix and I have been through this. We took it off social media. We weren't playing with them.
And I don't even.
I had the news ready. So you have to do, social media is a start because it definitely will start the conversation. It will definitely get the people that you need rally behind you to let these people know I can make a difference. But outside of social media, you need to use the avenues that you have available.
Your local BBBs.
You need to do more than that. You need to put, hey, listen here.
OSHA.
News, listen, radio, newspaper,
radio.
Your elected officials.
Hello.
This is what needs to happen because we were prepared to shut that shit down.
And that's the thing that we just will not do, and that's what I don't
There's
understand.
no follow through.
Right.
You allow people to come into your communities and just treat you any kind of way. And I'm sorry, some of these Asian shops. Look, don't fucking follow me around your shop. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That shit.
I'm gonna pull your card on the spot. I'm telling you.
100 real quick. 0 to 100 real quick.
I mean, why come to our communities? If you are so afraid of us stealing from you or doing something to you, don't come to our damn communities. Bye. Get the hell out.
Watch BET with your damn
thank you
Asian ass. You don't even speak English well.
I saw something on Instagram not too long ago, and it says they keep telling us that we are poor. Our communities are poor. But if our communities are poor, why is it that these other ethnicities keep moving into the neighborhood? Keep bringing their businesses into the neighborhood. So that should let you know.
Now neighborhoods are not poor.
It's not poor.
We have poor money management skills.
That's our problem.
Management and a poor perception of thought, maybe. But we can do a lot of stuff if we pool our money together.
Absolutely.
That's something that me and someone was talking about just the other day. The same type of thing. Why can't we pool our money together and open up our own beauty supply store?
Right.
You know,
gas
our own gas station. Our own. If we got to have a liquor store, pool your money together.
We gotta have a liquor store. We got to have that.
Do that. Stop sitting there. Like one of the things I think we talked about this before, or it was on social media. It was being discussed about the
too damn high. Okay.
One of the Asian churches, how they take their offerings, and they do what, $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they get $10,000 raise, it's like they have a list of people. It's like a lottery. Okay, Kay, you want to do your business? Okay, you're going to do your business. So this Sunday, we're awarding you this $10,000 to go start your business. Yep, and you stay in your church, you stay in your community, you keep giving your offerings or your tithes or whatever. And then the next person
get the money.
Gets the money to start their business. And that's how they build up. We won't do it. It's always, we're thinking,
for self.
They're taking something, or I'm not going to help them do anything, or I'm not going to help them get ahead, and they're going to be able to do all these different things, or they're going to have this and I'm not going to have it. That's the wrong mentality to have. Is, okay, it's not my turn yet. Right. You know, maybe Charli has her plan and she's ready to go. So, okay, she gets the money.
Yeah.
Okay, Phoenix, when you have your plan together.
And the building and the location and all that.
Just the fact you have your plan together. You can show us a plan. You can show us something that you have solidified, and we can look at it and say, okay, then we're backing you. Okay, Phoenix, next Sunday, you get your $10,000 and you go out there and you start a business. But you're constantly giving in to your community. We're not doing that. The churches come into our community and take our money out of it. And I'm sorry
and
for anyone that's
listening. Back.
If you feel some kind of way about
don't apologize for that shit. That's the truth.
Apologize.
Trust and believe. Anytime you want to go toe to toe with me about the church thing, I'm ready. But that's what the churches do. They come into the communities. You're just like everybody else. You're sucking everything out of the community. You're taking money and you're not putting anything back. And that has to stop.
That's
People
true.
die. Just like the now this was a while. I'm glad you brought that up because this was like a while ago. The lady, she was like 90 years old. She had been a member of this church forever. Then the lady passed away. Now, of course, she had been sick and shut in for like 5 or 6 years, so she had been going to church, hadn't been tithing or anything. But this lady was 90 years old. She had been a member of this church, paying her tithe for 85 years. The lady died. They didn't want to bury her. They didn't want to do the service for her. Because she hadn't paid her money. Exactly.
And what kind of nonsense is that?
Absolutely ridiculous. The black church has a lot to answer for, and to do with the black community.
That's right. Economically, they have a lot to do with what the state of Black America is.
Absolutely,
because you find a church on every damn corner.
A
for
church,
what?
A liquor store.
For so what? You're just guess what? I'll say the church can be just like the the Arabs. Just like the Asians, just like the Indians. Y'all
they want black money,
if not worse. If not worse. But you know what? But you know what? And I say if not worse because they'll come into a neighborhood where you have a liquor store, where you have a strip club that may not be the best business for that community, but it's making money. It's putting something back into the community. Right. It's providing jobs, but they'll shut them down. Because they want to move next to them. That's not how that shit's supposed to work. No. I was here first.
I pay taxes. You not paying no taxes.
You find another building to get your ass on.
It's Episcopal on the side of the road.
Right, but you know what? They know that the government is going to back them.
Exactly.
And they're going to back them because, you know what? Y'all help us keep these communities in line.
Right.
You help us keep them in check.
Right.
Y'all help. That's what they help. They help the government. I don't see if the black church is making enough money where pastors can go get their own jets,
baby.
And guess what? There is no reason why our economic state should be
buy
what it is.
Schools, libraries, hair supply stores, beauty salons. Clothing stores, they own strip malls, grocery stores.
Why?
If they can, if these absolutely, if they can afford G4s and G5s, they could definitely afford all the stuff that the community actually need. Farmers markets, parcels of land that they're not paying taxes on for agricultural purposes.
Hello.
And these are locations that don't have where people got to take the bus or drive.
And where's the black church anyway when these types of things happen?
Back in Donald Trump. I just seen an article. I just seen an article today.
That shit is right though.
Today that says even though Donald Trump's numbers and popularity,
the church backs
are
Trump
in the toilet right now, that the evangelists are 100%. They're going even
black
harder
and
for
white.
Black and white. They did not discriminate between black and white evangelists.
But they gave President Obama their asses to kiss.
Oh, yes. My God.
Gave him their asses to kiss. Gave this man.
Say it again.
Gave this man.
And I'm telling you, I don't want to hear that shit in 2020 when you motherfuckers is paying fucking taxes on all these millions and billions of dollars that y'all making in these mega churches. I don't want to hear that shit. Ain't nobody gonna care. I don't got no tithes. I don't got no offerings for none of y'all motherfuckers that's in tax trouble because this nigga done took the IRS and
listen. But you know what else? The same people who they put up on the pedestal, the same preachers. These are the same preachers that are misappropriating funds. Yep. The same preachers that are walking around with these tailored silk expensive suits on it. They sweating out every damn Sunday. Oh, and the damn cleaning bill is thousands of dollars to get that damn perspiration out because they're lying to you. Not only that, they driving these expensive cars and some of y'all are taking public transportation to hear the word.
But
wait
the
a minute.
Can't get you a little, even just a get around car.
They can't even bus you to
but
the
you know
church
what?
and back.
Right, but you know what? The churches that I attended, that I see that they're doing the complete opposite. And this is gonna be sad, but it's the military churches. Because they've been around others and they can see, okay, you know what? This may not be the way that we're supposed to do this. Let's actually do it a different way. It's almost like they've got a little bit more culture, and that may be wrong to say, but
more principle.
Right, like the military churches, they don't give two. Listen, we buying the van, we're buying the church, we're buying the land, we're helping you start your business, we're doing this, we're doing that. And it's almost like, first of all, these Baptist churches are the worst.
They the worst. The Baptist AME Episcopal, girl.
The worst.
Let me say, the ones that play the drums real good. And that tambourine, you just go in there, you just, they play the tambourine so well.
But you know what they do?
Don't go there.
They feed you so much of the word. Okay? But wait a minute. They feed you so much of the word that they feel you supposed to have. Okay, because they know,
keep your ass in check.
Right, because they know you're not going to read the Bible. You're not going to go and interpret this for yourself.
Thank you. I just asked somebody to explain to me when they sat there talking Jesus is God. I said, well, explain to me what Revelations 22:19 said then.
Who? That was who?
When Jesus
he is
said,
not God. Jesus said he is not.
Come on.
And it don't matter. God. He said, I'm a servant as you are.
There you go.
And so he said that in the Bible. He said that in the Quran. He said that in the Torah.
Come on.
All three of these books. Jesus already said himself that he is not God. He even said in the Quran, he even said he is not the Son of God. He said he is a servant and he is here to bring the word and the spirit to people.
Yep.
And help people understand.
I'm trying to tell you.
But yet
you got
still,
to be careful.
You know, that's that cognitive dissonance right there. You can show people the truth. You can show it to them. You can teach it to them. You can put it in their face, and they still
won't believe it.
They
one night. My mama even called me a witch today. I wanted to push her down. I want to know she did. She said, with that lipstick on, you look like a witch. I was like,
but does she wear purple lipstick too?
Not this kind though.
But purple is purple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, purple is purple, and lipstick is lipstick.
Wait a minute.
Back in the day, they said any woman wearing lipstick on her lips must be
of the devil.
Yeah, well, she's a she's a woman of the night.
I was about to say
she's a hoe.
Well, I ain't no hoe, but I do be up at night.
All right, Kate. All right.
I ain't no hoe, but I be up at night. Y'all know exactly what that meant, right? She may not be a hoe, but she might have some hoish tendencies.
But that's the thing. We have to, and I hope, and I keep hoping that these young people, because a lot of young people are not buying this damn hype. They're not buying the church hype.
Right.
They ain't here for it. Yes, you have some of them, but majority of them, they're not here for that because it doesn't make sense. When you start putting things together, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
You tell me if I'm reading this Bible and Jesus is saying I'm not God, but then this church is telling me Jesus is God, then who's the lie?
Okay.
Who's the liar? Explain that to me, because it can't be both.
Let me tell you something.
It can't be both.
But one of the biggest issues I have with the church is it's not inclusive.
I agree.
Okay, and I'm an advocate for everybody. All right, you ain't stealing, you ain't killing, you ain't harming no children, you ain't pushing out old ladies. We all right. Mm-hmm. My thing is, you can't ask me to bake your cakes. You can't ask me to direct your choir, play your piano, organ, and drums,
and then say I'm not welcome here.
But you want my tithes and offering.
I'm trying to tell you, homosexuals are not. Is the devil. Lesbianism. You need to get your life together.
And you know what I always say, and so is gluttony. Because your fat ass is up in the church.
Adultery.
Come on. Hey, but you know what? Most of your preachers.
These polyester suits you're wearing is against
the law.
The biblical law. Don't take that shit off.
Take them mixed blends off. Get you some cotton with some linen or something, honey.
What did you eat for Sunday dinner, sir?
Pork.
Please tell me.
Back pig.
Good old pork chop.
Smothered.
Tail, a ham hock, and a whole ham.
But that's
you ain't supposed to eat this.
But yet still.
But I'm unclean.
But you know,
people are unclean.
Right. You cannot pick and choose which piece of the Bible you want to follow. Absolutely. If you're going to be of the religion, if you're going to follow it, if you're going to follow the Bible, follow the word to the letter.
Mm-hmm. And take off all them pretty dresses, because Jesus said take nothing for your journey. Nothing. And no extra set of clothes or nothing. So y'all ass should be out there looking like damn farmers
with damn potato sacks on.
And all these people that go to these mega churches who all every time you come
let me tell you something.
They got an offering. You play the song, then they got an offering.
If your church has an ATM,
you got an offering.
You got an offering.
If your church has an ATM on the premises, I advise you to find another church.
I'm trying to say.
But wait a minute. If you have to provide your tax return statements to your church, I advise you to find another church because that church is not focusing on said word.
It's not.
That church is functioning as a business first and does not give a damn about the people second.
They sure don't.
I agree.
The pastor should not be any richer than the poorest person.
Exactly.
I agree. That's
exactly.
If your pastor has more money than the poorest person in your church, so look around your church.
We got a problem.
Come Sunday.
The one who always need a ride to service, who always leave with the 3 styrofoam plates. They hungry. They feeding y'all at the.
If your pastor ain't like that person, then you need to leave that church. I'm sorry. There's a problem.
And you know what? This is so crazy because I went to a family function a couple of years ago. It was either the 4th of July or Memorial Weekend. And I went with a friend of mine. It wasn't my family, it was their family. I went with a friend of mine and we were talking, we were all out in the yard, everybody, just kind of hanging out, eating and stuff, meeting people. And one of the neighbors came over. And so they found out that I came with a particular person and they just decided they was gonna roast me. But they didn't know I stay ready.
They did not know. They did not know.
So we were talking, and in the midst of the conversation, Jesus came up. They was like, well, what church you go to? I said, well, and then it was just kind of out of the blue. We wasn't even talking about that. And I said, well, you know what? I really don't have a church that I go to. I said, I believe in treating people, right and loving my neighbor, and I do what I can for the people that I need to do for. I said, other than that, I really don't subscribe to the notion.
That's right.
And they were like, well, you need to go to church and blah, blah, and so it prompted, now not me, but I was done with the conversation, but it prompted someone else to ask some more questions. Happened to be the neighbor from across the street who was very much in the Kojic church and everything, and I'm not a big church goer, but I'm familiar with the denomination. And so the individual, after she heard me say that, she was like, "What, you don't go to church?" She was like, "That is," and she went on her spiel about going to church and everything, and then finally at the end of it, she said, "Well, why don't you go to church?" I said, "Well, you know what? I didn't want to be disrespectful because I'm not a disrespectful person. I mean, because the information, what she was saying was not disrespectful. It wasn't like they just went in. They was just being curious, and I understood that. And I said, you know what, ma'am? I said, I love the Lord, and I'm glad you love the Lord." I said, but, the words say, now this is the word. The words say, where there are 3 people gathered in my name, there's church.
Come on.
I said,
Come on.
sometimes
Come on.
when you go to church, it's just too many people. It's more than 3 people. So I can't, it's just too many people and I don't like it. But where's 3 people? I said, we at church right now and everything is all right. I said, there's family, there's love. I said, nobody has an issue. We're not having any beef. And I feel like I'm at church right now and I'm at a family barbecue. And she said, you know what? She didn't have anything to say.
There was nothing left for her to say.
After I said that, and she just looked at me. She said, you know what? You was absolutely correct. And I said, I know I am. I said, praise the Lord, amen. You have a great day.
For being in agreement with me.
You know what I'm
talking about?
Right. So I think a lot of people, because people are not, but it goes back to the education though. It goes back to, what do you know of what you know? Do you really know what you think you know?
But not only that, you also have to understand that there's more out there than what you know.
Exactly.
Not only that, you have to understand that going to church ain't gonna solve all your issues.
It's not. It's going. In some cases, it causes more issues than it actually.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
you get the breakup of families and stuff.
Listen,
because some men are like. That's why they say a lot of men don't go into the church, because guess what? They see the bullshit.
Listen.
They see the bullshit.
It's trickery.
There's a pimp up there.
And nothing but a pimp.
Asses.
An old pimp.
Look, they recognize pimp.
A pimp they used
not
to call
only that.
Slick Man.
Oh my gosh.
He up there and he is talking to you, boo.
I just got a visual. And I'm very upset with you for providing me with said visual. But you know what?
If you're not familiar with the Boondocks, you should watch it.
We also, as a race, fall on religion for everything.
It's the answer to everything.
If my kid is acting up in school, I'ma tell pastor. If my husband is cheating on me, I'ma tell pastor. If my kid has come out to me and said that they're gay, we gonna pray the gay away. Talk to pastor. No. If my kid is bipolar, we gonna pray the bipolarism away. You can't do that. There's a certain thing as science, and there's a certain thing as religion. You cannot bring religion in everything and think that, if I get on my knees and pray, everything gonna be okay. I can't make my rent this month and the Lord gonna provide me. No, get your ass out and work.
You're gonna get evicted.
If I'm not mistaken, and y'all know the Bible better than I do, what's the scripture? Faith without works is dead.
Yes, that's it.
You better get your ass to work.
Without works is dead.
You better, and
So
you know what? That's works with an S. That's plural. That means you need to get out. You need to have several jobs.
You need 3 jobs
so that you can pay said rent.
So that you can.
But you know what? I think we've been conditioned to fall back on religion, so that because we're afraid to do some other shit.
Well, not only that, it goes back. You can go back historically. The break that slaves got was going to church. This is a break for us.
Goddamn colonizing
the church. So they trained us. So that was the break that they got. We can go to the church. We can go to the church building. And get away from this hard ass work for a minute. No thanks. So a lot of, go back to the call now. They trained us. And the thing about it is, we have to untrain ourselves because we know better.
Yeah,
we know better. All these wonderful black people out here that know so much and they're so educated. They are great at critical thinking. How in the world are we allowing ourselves to remain in the
exactly
same
where
state?
we were in 1900?
And our children are like, the hell with that. They're bucking against the system. They're bucking against it hard. Like, no.
Sure, it's not right.
They ain't feeling that. This is not right. You gonna treat me this kind of way? We want to fire our children. You know what? When people say, well, they shouldn't have said anything. If you think our children
are not going to
say some shit and take abuse,
hell
when you sit in the house teaching them to stand up for themselves and stand for what they believe, so when they get out here and do the same thing, I'm
40 years old, but I know
that's the bullshit.
I'm 40 years old, and I'd be damned if a colonizer is gonna come call me out my name, tell me some information that's not correct. I'd be damned. I would call them on it every time. I'd be damned.
Yeah, like that book we're talking about the natives. The natives moved.
The Trail of Tears.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They just moved.
They just moved so y'all can come stay.
Hell no, they didn't do that shit. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
This is being taught to your children in school.
Don't teach my kids that bullshit. That shit ain't right. But you know what? But I'm telling you, but that's the problem with Christianity too.
It does the same
thing. The slaves did not have a problem, or they had an issue where a lot of the slaves, of course, the slaves was not European, just in case y'all was wondering. They were not European. They were stolen. They were brought here and they said, hey, you're going to be a Christian. Now, of course, at that time, and we're talking 400, 500 years ago, at that time, they said, you know what, we cannot, we watched our ancestors die, get killed, our children are gone, we don't know where they are, so we got to roll with the punches. We're trying to make lemonade out of lemons. Even though, now, and your history book is not going to say this, even though they tried to make lemonade out of lemons, what they did was not necessarily become Christians. What they did was they took the stuff that they could use in regards to, in correlation to Santeria, voodoo, and other tribal practices. They took that stuff and they said, well, hey, this sounds something similar to something that we already do. So we're going to take this so that the white man or the colonizers is happy. They thinking we Christians, but actually we're practicing stuff that we already been practicing. Example, Easter. Hello. Just had that. The Festival of Easter, you need to Google it if you don't know what it is. It is not regarding, the black people did not celebrate the rising of Christ. That was not what they were doing.
No,
there is actually
children. You know about
there is actually
y'all dropping some knowledge tonight, huh?
For the goddess of Easter, who was the goddess of spring and fertility and the bringing of life. And we what we did, we already were celebrating the Festival of Easter. Easter just was not like a rabbit or anything. It
wasn't commercialized yet.
You know what I'm saying? And we said, okay, in order for us not to get in trouble, we're going to take this from the Christian faith because it matches to what we're already doing, and we're going to make it look like we're celebrating a fucking rabbit. We don't give a fuck about this rabbit. We about to cook the shit out this rabbit and eat it. But it's in celebration of something that we've already been celebrating long before we ever got to the United States. And that's what we did. And there's several other, they call them pagan holidays. I don't like to call them that. But a lot of European people do. Halloween is another one. If you don't believe me, Google it. Do your research. But All Hallows Eve was something that we were already celebrating. Again, we're talking between voodoo, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. All of these things were things that we just kind of picked, and we celebrated those things anyway. it wasn't that that our ancestors were going with the program. They were just trying to find a way to make the program work for them. So you need to do your research on those things
But you know what? There's nothing wrong with the word pagan. There's nothing wrong. Pagan can be equivalent to saying Christian. So there's nothing wrong with the word pagan. What happens is
people get it misconstrued.
Exactly. And they assign negative connotations to the word. So there's nothing wrong with that. When people talk about that, I'm like, okay, yeah, Christmas is a pagan holiday.
Exactly.
You know, and what's so interesting to me is in the Old Testament, it talks about the people going into the woods and chopping down a tree and accepting the pagan ways of doing things, but they were not supposed to be doing that. Yet Christmas is one of the biggest commercial celebrated holidays that they want to say it's because it's Jesus' birthday. But that's a lie, because scientifically speaking, when they talk about the stars in the sky and the position of the star in the sky, there is no way in hell Jesus could have been born in December.
No,
it's just not possible. So we want to get down to it, stop the bullshit, and people understand
real shit.
Exactly. Understand what's real. Stop believing all this bullshit. Start right there. And I mean, sit down and read something. I mean,
it's real. We're not talking just to be talking.
Right.
I know it sounds like we got a lot of jokes and we be laughing and shit.
But we dead serious.
But I'm telling you, if you don't believe us, if you feel like the information
research it,
please,
is incorrect, look it up and get back with us. Comment on our website,
absolutely,
www.dobettersispodcast.com. We are open to all comments. We're open to all
criticisms,
questions. Any information that you feel like we are leaving out, feel free to drop us a line. We do not mind doing the research.
Sure don't.
Or looking up things that we may have missed. We don't.
But we ask that you do the same thing.
Exactly.
Do your research.
We also ask that if you come in the inbox, you come correct, because understand that you got 3 independent thinkers. You also have 3 strong researchers who will go to the ends. I'm talking about page 52 of the Google search results.
I'm trying to say you. Page 52. Not 52.
To ensure that we did not miss anything. Okay?
Absolutely.
Before we commented on, understand that we know what it is we're talking about. So make sure, don't come with that bullshit that you learned in the church.
Or that you read in the Bible.
Don't come with that bullshit.
Or pastor said.
Look, that you heard your grandma tell
Your great grandma.
Martha now. Because I hate to have you look at Grandma and Martha in a whole nother light after we finish with this discussion.
Grandma, you a liar.
Come on.
Grandma, you a liar.
Come on.
You lied to me all these years.
Come on.
Where my money at? Yeah, give me all this money.
So
we really went heavy tonight. This was not the intention.
It was not. It really wasn't.
We was trying to keep it light and kind of fluffy tonight.
I don't even know how we got on there.
It's
okay.
It went the way that it needed to go.
I'll take it.
I agree.
I do believe that, and one of the things that we talked about and we've said is that we want to bring information to our communities.
Yeah.
And we want you to know what's going on. We want to be transparent. You need to be aware of what's going on in your community, in your lives. I mean, you have to know what's going on and what's being done to you. Open your eyes up and see what's happening, and change. Even if something minor, change something. I'm not telling you that, you have to give up Christmas.
No, we're not.
You have to give up Christmas.
I like gifts, bro. I like them. I'm trying to tell you.
You have to give it up, but find something small to change about how you do things. How you give back to your community.
Your perception.
Absolutely.
Perception changes a lot. If once you look at something different, you treat something different.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So you get to evolve.
Exactly. So even if it's the smallest thing in your life that you feel like is not important, it's not going to disrupt how you do business or how you operate in your daily life. Even if we can get you guys to just look at or perceive something differently than what you've been doing for the last, 15,
if I can get you to take your damn tithes and put in your damn savings account,
I'm trying to tell you,
I'll be so thrilled.
Or buy stocks with it.
Something that you can get back. And stop waiting for that.
For the white man from out the sky to save you. It's not happening.
That great get in the morning.
Bro, it's not happening.
Listen.
Look.
I mean, join a group of people, you know, who have similar thoughts. Y'all don't have to say, you know, it don't have to be 4 bodies, 1 brain.
Exactly. Absolutely. And I think one of the toughest thing with us in starting our businesses is we're trying to work full-time jobs to fund our businesses when y'all know someone in your neighborhood, someone in your community who has a dream, who has something solid that they can do and bring to the community, and you won't support them. Go and support them. Mm-hmm. Don't have them sitting there trying to fund their little business with their little job. You know, they're trying to work late at night trying to get things done. Go and help them out. Ask them, how can I help? You got sneakerheads out there. Start your own athletic store in your own community. You got people who can do hair. Look, help them go to hair school. I mean, help somebody do something in your community. Don't just sit there and watch them struggle.
But you know what? But you know what? I keep seeing this post, and then I've been seeing it for a minute on Facebook, and it says basically the gist of the post is, you know, somebody say they starting their own business, they get like 5 likes.
Oh yeah.
But then when somebody say I got a new job, then you got 120 likes. I don't understand, and I'm telling you that really, I ain't gonna say it only happens in the black community, but it happens very often in the black community. Instead of, you know, you want to have a baby shower for a chick that's on child number 13. You know, she got car seats and things of that nature already. This child number 13, you gave her a car seat. You know, 13 years ago, it's going to fit the same child. You know what I'm talking about? However, you know, when the person say, you know, I'm trying to start my own business. I want to be a travel agent. I want to, you know, do lawn care service or whatever the business may be. Donate a little $10 worth of gas, a little quarter oil for the lawnmower. You know what I'm talking about? Let's do that instead of going to all these gender and stop watching reality TV.
Listen.
Care about that.
Oh my God!
But you know what?
On parties, gender reveals.
I'm not going to another baby shower.
Listen,
I ain't showering a baby with nothing but some hot water. You put it in the tub, I'm gonna put some hot water. But she gonna be all right and clean. Okay.
To add to what Kay was over there saying before she went on her epic rant.
Oh my God.
Understand that, one, it does not take a whole lot of money to start a business.
Nope. Amen. Hello.
Listen to me when I say I've done it multiple times. I am a serial entrepreneur. You can start a consulting firm for less than $75. That includes licensing and insurance, advertising. Less than $75. You can start a hair. Please understand it. When you start a business, you don't have to be brick and mortar. Mm-hmm. You can do e-commerce. You can be a consultant. Hell, you can work from home because there are plenty of tax credits that are available for you to work from home. Mm-hmm. So just because you have aspirations of starting a business does not mean that you have to immediately start by going big. You need to start small because statistics say you may not break even before year 3.
I'm trying to tell you.
You may not see a profit before year 3.
And in some cases 5.
Right. And not only that, if you don't have the money to contribute to your friend's business, let me tell you what means more to me than a couple dollars. For you to like, share, and repost my shit on social media.
Hello.
For you to provide me with a referral. Referral does not have to be concrete. But the fact that I know if I'm not sitting in front of you and you talking about me and my business, that means more to me than any money you can give me. That shit is priceless. That is invaluable to me.
You never know who you talking to or who need help.
Or I never know who's on your friend list.
Right.
So look, just by you sharing something, it may catapult me into something bigger.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just from your one share.
Right.
So
right.
Don't think it doesn't matter because it does matter.
Share, like, post. When you get these invitations to like your friends' business social media pages, don't just keep swiping. You keep swiping on the fight shit. On the
right.
On the crackheads at war and on the street shit. Swipe that shit.
But you know what? like it and then you can unfollow. Just for them to have the like, that means a lot to a business owner.
Yes.
Do those likes translate into dollars? Not all the time. But as long as you like it, hell, you ain't got to share the damn page if you don't want to. But just, you know what?
Keeps it moving just like these damn commercials.
Right. So and not only that, you said baby showers. I saw a post that said we need to do business showers. And that shit right there meant so much to me. And I think as a podcast, as a group, we might need to do a virtual business shower at one point in time.
We need labels, we need files, we need 3 months of internet paid for.
But you know what? If we can do GoFundMe's to bury people, if we can do GoFundMe's to help people go to prom, if we can do GoFundMe's to help with these weddings, we can start a fund. And it really don't even have to be a fund. But if we want to do a fund, we can do one, or we can have a directory of women, dope ass, black ass women of color.
My creatives
who, like, if you good at marketing and she's good at, doing this, and he's good at, an accountant, we can say, okay, you need an accountant for this, I'm gonna give you 1 month free in exchange for this. The bartering system still is king. That should still work.
We used it for a long time. The Indians used it.
Yes.
Africans used it. Slaves used it.
As a matter of fact,
everybody used it.
We still use it. We still use it, but people don't understand how it works.
That's true. That's true. That is so true.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and then this is my personal testimony. So, like, just recently, I had serious surgery. I've never had surgery done before. I was very nervous. It made me feel some kind of way. However, and I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of
don't even go there.
That I come to with. I don't come bring my problems to. But I'm gonna tell you, when I said I was having this surgery and I set out a plan and how it was gonna go. And we talk about the bartering system, even though I know friendship doesn't really work like that. But I'm just putting this to you as an example. So, for example, I need help. I can't drive for 2 weeks. I can't. It's a whole lot of stuff I can't do. So, and I don't have any. I'm not. I don't have a spouse. I'm not married. I don't have a significant other. So a lot of the things that I needed to do, I had to call my friends. Even though I don't have a lot of them, I had to call them and say, hey, can you bring me something to eat? Hey, can you come by the hospital and bring me some food? Or can you bring me some pajamas or, a clean pair of socks? Whatever that may be. But trust and believe. And they came through. But trust and believe, if something happens to my friends that I've called on during this time to help me out, even it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next month, it may not be next year, but when it's time for them to be taken care of, or something similar happened to them or a similar situation, and they say, well, Chianti, they're not gonna say, well, hey, I helped you out while you was down,
right? Because that's not friendship. That's not friendship.
But what they're gonna say is, hey, tag, you're it. I'm in a similar situation. I can't really get around and do what I need to do. Can you please help me out? And it's not. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to say, well, you know what? I'm kind of busy right now. Can you maybe I can do it next week? It doesn't matter what's going on in my life. These people who have taken this time out of their life to assist me in my time of need. When they have a time or similar time of need, I don't even care what they ask me for. It doesn't even matter at this point, because this whole time that I've been sick and shut in, as a matter of speak, I've been able to call them and ask them for stuff and help me, with stuff and whatever it is I need to do. So when it comes my time, or the situation is reversed, when they call me, I don't have a problem with that. And that's basically what the barter system is. You own a business that's different than what I own. I have something that you need, and we not switching money. I mean, it's not going to put any dollars in your pocket. However, that you're going to be able to tag me in and say, hey, I need some help right now. And whatever it is that you're going to need, or whatever it is, if it's in my wheelhouse, I'll be able to say, you know what? 6 months ago when I needed some accounting help or I needed some help with my taxes or whatever, preparing my taxes. You help me out, you ain't even charge me. So yeah, I'll do your marketing for free for 60, 90 days. I'll do some database entry for 90 days and I ain't gonna charge you nothing because you did that for me. I'll make some calls, make some appointments. If you give me a list, I'll do that. I'm not gonna charge you anything. It don't take anything but a little bit of time.
You also have to understand your friends and know who your friends truly are. If you have a strong friend who is prideful and who will not ask, and if they do ask, understand that you are they have exhausted all possibilities and resources twice before they came to you.
That's me.
It's true.
Understand that it tears their soul to bits and pieces to ask for assistance. I'm one, Phoenix is another, and Kay rounds it up. If we ask you for assistance, know that we have done everything that we could before we ask you, because one, you're not gonna come at me with a fucking lecture. Okay? Not only that, I don't like for people to do things for me just so they can hold it over my head later. You can kiss my entire ass if that's the purpose of you wanting to do it. I want genuine people in my life. Not only that, I recognize when my friends need shit, it's never even a conversation. Sometimes they don't even have to ask. Where am I? Hey, you ready to ride? I noticed, look, ain't nobody asked me, like Kay said, the first about going to ride and beat ass on somebody. But I'm calling, hey, I got my Timbs on, you ready?
The too tight Timbs.
You know what I'm saying? You ready? Or, hey, I like Kay said, I surgery. Hey, you hungry? She may say no, but I know at some point in time, this hoe gotta eat.
I got to eat. I be hungry too.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just recognize who your friends are, because just because they aren't asking for it doesn't mean they don't necessarily need it.
Exactly.
They may need it, but they are afraid to come to you, not because of rejection, not because of they fear what you would say, but because they've gone to somebody before that they trusted and somebody they considered a friend, and them motherfuckers have drugged them for filth. Tooth and nail,
that ain't the word.
Crucified them
in
the streets about, I had to help this hooker pay her rent, but she got such and such living with her. You don't know what happened. You don't know why she. And here's the thing: if you know your friend,
I fight that motherfucker that's in there too. I fight it.
If you know your friend. If you truly know your friend, you would know that she wouldn't go out and waste her money just to have a dude living up under her. An emergency probably happened. She may not make enough to have savings. It's a lot of people out here who work just to pay bills because there is nothing left for savings. Hell, most of y'all can't pay the bills that you have on the salary that you make.
I'm trying to say.
That's a conversation for another time. But
we're going to come to that though later.
Because we got to show you how to negotiate that salary and secure the bag. Okay? But again, you have to understand, like Kay was saying, the barter system. If I ask and I come to you as a friend, you got it. And again, like she said, you may not have it today. You may not also have it in the capacity they're asking, but if you can fill in where they lack, should it be gravy. Y'all will be friends for life. For life.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not saying now again, and y'all know I'm not a very shallow person. I'm not a fly by night person. I'm not a fair weather friend. For those of y'all that don't know, those are people that's just friends when you're doing good. That's not my bag. If I have a genuine connection with you and I consider you my friend, that's any time. I don't care what time you call. However, that is something that we need to work on. We're so busy trying to tear people down. We're so busy trying to say, well, she ain't got that. Her hair is a mess. Her wardrobe. Instead of helping the sister out, you know what I'm saying? You know what, sis? I understand it look like you're having a hard time. Let me help you with something.
That's right.
What do you need from me? That's a better question.
But let's look at our nails done.
Right.
Get your eyebrows done today. I'm gonna do something nice.
Exactly. Or come ride with me, because sometimes the conversation hurts worse than the action. Sometimes the conversation hurts worse than me having to talk to you and say, hey, I noticed you got some shit going on with you. Come here, let me fix you up. Like Phoenix said, come ride with me. We're going to get our eyebrows done. Everybody know I got a damn unibrow. I might need that shit taped up.
You might need it like
I might need it waxed
in the front.
To all the glory.
and the thing with that, and also the bar system, don't be offended if someone says, okay, so I am going to give you this free marketing for the next 90 days. In exchange, this is what I would like for you to do for me.
Right.
Don't be offended by that.
Right.
I can't believe she asked me for something. I'm just trying to get some help. No, that's not. It's not that I'm trying to do something.
I know that you have something that I could use.
Exactly.
I need a return on my investment, and I invested my time, my talent, my energy.
And I recognize that you have the same thing that I have, but your talent's a little different from mine.
Right.
So I'm gonna do this for you, but because there's something that I need, I know you have, like, you told me that you're gonna be on vacation. I need some data entry done. You know, it may take about 4 or 5 hours. So I'll do this for you, and in exchange, will you do this for me?
And that doesn't devalue the friendship. It does not minimize
wrong with that.
I agree.
So don't get your panties all in the wad and start calling people. Well, I just asked her to do so and so, and then she gonna tell me she want me to do some data entry on my vacation. Like, what the hell you gonna be doing anyway? It's gonna be a staycation anyway. You ain't going nowhere.
Listen.
Listen, you just staying home.
I'm not the one you want to play with when it comes to me investing my time in you.
Yes.
Y'all know how I do. When somebody say they want to open a business, what do? We're opening a business.
That's it.
I don't have to have a monetary return on my investment. The return that I get is the joy of seeing somebody embarking, you know what I'm saying, be successful. Right. So it just because you come to me and say, you know, Charli, I need help with starting this business. Absolutely. Hell, most of the time you don't even have to ask. So what's your plan? No, I don't even like that plan. Let me tell you how to get there a little bit quicker. And Kay can tell you. Kay can tell you. Listen. Kay will tell you, if you ain't doing that shit fast enough, I will take your business from you. And I will get it to where I need it to be and hope that you can meet me there.
She do that.
Because I get so wrapped up in freedom from the time clock. And understand that being your own boss and being an entrepreneur does not mean that you do not have a boss. Because your clients are your boss. You still have somebody to answer to. But it's more about the corporate culture.
And you're working hard for yourself.
Harder than you've ever worked for anybody else.
Putting in at these 9 to 5s or 11 to 7s or wherever you are. I mean, all that energy you can put into yourself. I know one thing's for certain. I'm trying to get the hell out of where I'm at.
Baby. And we're working on it.
You know, so it's not my goal to retire from somebody else's company that's making billions and billions of dollars, and I walk away
with nothing.
With, you know,
a little $140,000. Bruh, that's not enough. As much time as out of energy and effort. And you know what?
You should feel robbed when you walk away from these companies.
Hell
like
yeah.
You retiring. And your ass don't even know.
If you don't have 2.5 million in your pensions and your 401ks, be very upset.
But you know what else you need to? You also need to look at some of these companies who have been or who have existed for 30 plus years. They're going bankrupt, and when they go bankrupt, your 401k is not protected.
It's not.
So that 200 or 400 or whatever thousands of dollars you had in there, hundreds of dollars you had in there,
walk away with nothing.
That shit is gone. Or if you have the type plan to where a portion of it is protected, you might end up with a $75 check every month. You might end up with a $25 check every month. That's a slap in the face. You know how many bitches I had to tell to get the fuck up out my face in customer service?
Oh my God.
While I'm ringing you up, ma'am, $42.50 is your total. Debit, cash, or credit.
I'm trying to tell you, and you better not give.
I ain't say shit about a check, and that's what I'm saying. You have to listen when these people say. First of all, pay attention to what's going on with Amazon.
They wildin'. Amazon is wilding right now.
Pay attention right now and in the next year. What's going on with Amazon? Amazon is about to take over 2 more industries. Amazon is about to put a lot of motherfuckers out of work because they're about to start this robotic system.
So if you work at Walmart,
if you work at Walmart, if you work at IKEA, if you work at some of these grocery stores, with the exception of Whole Foods, if you are a local farmer, if you are a creative, if you got an Etsy shop, nobody is protected under Bezos' reign, okay? Okay, nobody. But this is where you have to use the platform for your own personal good while you can to get something from it and then move on to the next.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? That is so crazy. I was up last, with this since I've been out. I just been watching TV and I watch TV. And Sears has been having some issues already.
But wait a minute. Let me tell you, Sears' issues, and shout out, like you like to give a shout out to all the Sears and Kmart former employees that listen to the podcast, because I know y'all represent, because I see y'all shares. Hey y'all, but wait a minute, because I'm finna talk about Sears. Let me get the man name right, because if I'm not mistaken, Eddie Lambert is what killed Sears and yep, that's him.
Eddie Lambert.
Eddie Lambert is what came in and killed Sears and Kmart. And a lot of people say Sears bought Kmart. That's wrong. It's the complete opposite. Kmart bought a dying Sears. But wait a minute. If you notice, it's a lot of Kmart's being closed. Yep. If I'm not mistaken, Eddie's plan was to be like Amazon and to put everything online. If you go to Kmart.com right now, you'll see a bunch of shit that you ain't never seen in the Kmart store before. Caskets. You'll see a bunch of shit. What? Caskets.
By Martha Stewart. Martha's a gangster.
But wait a minute.
I like Martha.
But see, Martha moved a long time ago from Sears.
Oh, yes, she did.
And Kmart. She did. So pay attention to what's, and see, as an employee, as a shareholder, this is shit you got to be paying attention to. But see, Eddie Lambert, they won't vote that bastard out.
They need to vote that bastard out.
Eddie turned around and he pissing on porcelain gold damn toilets, and these people are getting $10 fucking checks, if anything, from their retirement, because this motherfucker is still rich. And he says, you know what? As soon as the lease is up on this building, fuck them employees. They got to figure some shit out. They're closing the shit down. Do you know how many people who have no skills besides ringing up a motherfucker on the cash register are out of jobs right now? And they have to learn a new motherfucking skill?
I'm going to tell you.
So y'all, hold on. Let's pause there, because that's something serious that Charli just said. I mean, you're sitting here bringing up this merchandise. If you have no skills, I hope you're not sitting there feeling protected.
This you know how to run a cash
because that's serious. What is your backup plan?
Eddie Lambert is worth 1.6 billion US motherfucking dollars, and that is according to Forbes this year. It's April. How many of those billions of dollars belong to the wronged and to the employees and the fired and the terminated employees who couldn't get work at other Kmart's, who could or who transferred to a Sears, who later closed down and within months of them transferring. See, this is what I'm saying.
But I'm telling you, that brings me back to what I was talking about.
I'm listening.
And I didn't, I'm telling you, if I was working right now, I probably wouldn't even recognize them. They are running Sears ads and commercials on nationally syndicated television as being franchised and privately owned right now. The commercial, I wish I had my phone. Where my phone at? They are running the commercial as if they're showing the people with the washing machines, because Sears is known for washing machines, lawnmower hardware, equipment and shit. And they're saying it says Sears Robux, but it's owned by us. And that was the freaking commercial. I said, look at this bullshit right here.
Let me tell y'all something.
These motherfuckers is wildin'.
Let me tell y'all something. The worst thing Kmart could have done was purchase Sears and put Eddie Lambert at the head. When I can't remember the black guy's name, give me a minute, I'm gonna find it. In my opinion, and again, the people might disagree, he was a great CEO for Kmart. Mm-hmm. But Eddie came in there and shook shit up. And that motherfucker is clueless. Anybody who has Sears stock, check your dividends, because your dividends supposed to be more than what they are. Check your dividends.
Check your dividends.
You need to be on these proxy vote calls.
Oh, speaking of that, I need to get on mine because I think I missed mine for some other ones.
Y'all need to figure this shit out. Eddie is clueless. Eddie say he don't give a damn. As long as his number stay at billions, his net worth, to hell with what y'all talking about.
Wow.
I'm gonna get rich off your backs. And this is why we need to start teaching entrepreneurship to our children. Rant over.
I absolutely agree.
Absolutely.
Crazy as hell.
I'm trying to find these commercials they've been running.
And we're going to be talking about more things like that, especially about, being financially healthy. When we talk about our credit, I'll be the first person to say, pull your credit reports.
Listen.
See what's on it and start working it. You can do it. You don't have to pay anybody.
You sure
to do
can.
It. You can do it yourself, but start there because credit is absolutely important.
Credit is more important than cash.
Yes.
You got $250,000 in cash or $850 credit score. I'm trying to tell you, the 850 credit
wins every time.
Is gonna get you much
further
than more than $250,000
every damn time.
That is true. So
every time.
Look out, I've worn sewn ins, so I'm not gonna put anybody down for that. But if you got something on your credit that's about $300 to be paid, guess what? You better call them. Tell them you're gonna pay that $300, but only if they'll delete it off your report.
Right, that's important.
That's very important. They must delete it. That's the deal. They must delete it off your report if you're going to pay for it. And if you can go out here and spend $300 and $400 on these bundles, you can take care of your credit. You can take care of your credit. I mean, some of us have some small shit on our credit just sitting there. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you that I've been one sitting with an $81 balance on something for damn years. That doesn't make any kind of sense.
I'm sorry, the guy's name was Alwyn Lewis, the Sears CEO. I just had to look it up. But yes, Phoenix is absolutely correct. Not only that, about a year ago, was it a year? A year ago, we said we were going to fix our credit.
Less than a year.
Less than a year? Mm-hmm. Let me tell y'all something. Phoenix said, y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm serious about this shit.
I didn't say they can do what they want to do. I say, look, Charlie's not telling the truth. Charli told us.
I want to tell her how I want to tell it.
Charli said we have an investment club, and Charli says part of our is being members of this investment club. What do we have to do? Okay, go ahead, Charli.
We need to repair our credit.
Yes, that's a must.
But you know what? What's crazy? I can actually say that we have all made strides, huge strides when it comes to cleaning our credit, as well as starting to build new credit. Mm-hmm. So I will say, out of all three of us, Phoenix is showing the hell out, and I'm sitting here like, oh well, damn, she wasn't playing.
Yeah, but Charli gave me the tips, and I was like, okay.
But that's a part of friendship. That's a part of friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
You have the tools available. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you make the tools available, man, use the shit.
Use it.
Use them.
I'm gonna say something. I just recently added that secured. So I disputed what I could dispute. Mm-hmm. I still got to make one call for the apartment thing, probably next week though, while I'm out. But I added the secured credit card, and just adding the secured credit card on both ends.
That they jump
50 points.
Listen.
On TransUnion and Equifax.
Listen.
And it's amazing. Look, I love.
And I haven't even swiped the credit card yet.
When I get that email saying
your credit score has changed.
Your credit score is growing.
But you know what's crazy?
Yes, thank you.
And I'ma say this, and I know my mama listen to the podcast, but my mama's 40. Close your ears. Listen, you want to get me off? Let's talk about some credit. Let's talk about some money. Let's talk about some investing.
Hello.
How about that?
For the credit score.
How about that?
Trying to fix out
You want to get me hot and bothered? Let's talk about building an empire.
Coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, not at Starbucks. You can go to
What does your
Dunkin' Donuts.
portfolio look like?
Come on. Come on.
If we sit here, we can say, well, this is what our portfolio looks like.
Listen.
And you ask me what portfolio?
Listen.
Oh, bye.
And you think cereal is across the place?
Listen.
Bye, girl. Bye. Bye, sir. Goodbye. I could get my own damn coffee. Go to hell. Okay?
I mean, if you want to talk about being with me, first of all, first date, I'm asking the hard questions. What's your credit score?
I'm trying to tell you.
And wait a minute, and I don't want your Vantage score, and I don't want the shit that you see on Credit Karma. Don't pull that shit up for me. I want your FICO score.
I need to pull mine.
Hell, I'm gonna tell you one thing. When the FICO score is pulled, I mean, sometimes Credit Karma have your shit lower than what your FICO
Exactly.
That can say,
you be like, what the hell?
I can't pull mine to July.
They was like,
I can't pull my FICO
you
to
are.
July.
I was like, what? So, you know, but it is so important, y'all, and it's not insulting to ask a potential significant other what their credit score is, because you're going to inherit that. If you end up marrying them, you're gonna inherit their debt.
But you know what? If
I'm tell you right now, I don't want to inherit y'all debt. Okay,
I got enough of my own.
Right. But you know what? If they get offended by it and they get upset about it, they weren't the one.
Not the person.
Not only that, understand that your credit score affects a whole lot more than what you think. Your insurance premiums.
Yes, Lord. Because they pull your credit
For your auto insurance, your
for
home
jobs.
insurance, your life insurance.
Come on.
Any kind of
Come on. Your deposit for the utilities. If you got good credit, you don't have to put on deposit. They turn them damn lights on today.
Say that one again.
Your water, they pull all of that shit.
Yep. So when they tell you to pay a deposit, that's why.
Cause your credit.
Listen,
You're a good paymaster.
If you're trying to build business credit and you need a personal guarantee, which I completely says that you don't have to have one. We'll talk about that on another podcast too. But if you need or you decide you want that card that requires a personal guarantee, you need to have some type of good damn credit. You want to have the same damn car. So let's just say, for instance, Kay and I get the same car, same year, same make, same model, same mileage, everything. Kay's credit score is a 700. My credit score is a 580. The damn sticker on the car say 14,000. Kay's shit with interest is probably gonna be a little under 15 and some change. Okay, all the extras, taxes, fees, surcharges, all of that. My shit gonna be damn near 22,000, if not more. Because of the bad credit. You know what I'm saying? My interest rate.
Right,
my interest rate is going to be higher. Her car payment is going to be in the 200s. My shit going to be in the 400-500s.
Yeah.
And this is what we're trying to get you to understand. Don't be out there. And I think you said it, Phoenix, when you were in college in the quad. And the credit card companies will come out and be like, hey, you can get this pizza or this MP3 player and just sign up for this credit card. These motherfuckers trying to get you early.
Fuck you up real fast.
It's not an accident. It's
quick and dirty.
Yes, it is really easy to build credit, but it's a whole lot easier
to jack it up.
To fuck that shit up. Ain't no jacking. Call it what it is. Fuck that shit up.
Yeah, very easy, very easy. So
it's very hard to maintain that shit.
Protect your credit. Protect it.
Man, listen.
At all costs, protect it.
We gonna have to do something. We gonna have to do a blog and a freaking
And I got somebody who want to come on and talk about credit and credit building and repairing credit. But I'm gonna say this again: you can repair your own credit.
Sure can.
You should spend money.
You don't have to pay nobody.
Show down.
And now I'm gonna tell you, because I'm doing this right now.
Me too.
I'm telling you, it is very time consuming. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very time consuming. It is time intensive.
But you know what?
But it's worth it.
Not only that, have a plan, because the system is already designed for you. If you work the system from A, B, C in order, don't do A to C. If you work the system A, B, C in order, you good.
Mm-hmm.
You good. So yeah, it's we ready. Like Tiffany had to say, we ready, she ready.
So yeah, we're looking forward to those podcasts. That's gonna be.
And speaking of Tiffany Haddish, we being real heavy tonight. We been in the struggle. The struggle is real, and I respect struggle.
Absolutely.
But we've been in it though for a long time.
We've been in it
so
though.
We're gonna talk about something a little light and fluffy. Speaking of Tiffany Haddish, did y'all see her Time Magazine People of the Year, most influential people of the year? Cover. Why do they do my girl like that?
She looked like something straight from Star Wars.
She looked like she had the casket. You know how light skinned people look dark skinned in the casket?
Ashen.
She looked like
Ashen.
She want to tell you the good news. Have you heard the good news?
Oh, shit.
Tiffany Haddish ain't, she haven't had no good news. Well, she always had.
No, shit.
But she like to cuss and things of that nature because you can't get no infection in your booty.
Stupid. Stupid.
Why do they have her looking like that on the cover of People Magazine?
If y'all haven't seen it,
it does not look like
if
her.
y'all haven't seen it, it's on our Instagram page.
Oh my God!
This picture must have been taken during her rough times because look at here, her lace front or whatever this is.
The lace front is jacked.
I don't know what this is.
Let me see it.
I just saw the outfit.
I got it.
Yeah, they don't got that part right. They don't
if it's just
first of all, that ain't even no lace front.
I don't know what this is.
Two, Time Magazine, y'all should be ashamed of yourself, and let me tell you why. Because out of all these black people that have graced your damn magazine, y'all did the dirt to Tiffany damn Haddish. First of all, wait a minute. We gonna start from head to toe, and don't get me wrong, we love Tiffany Haddish, but I think they did a disservice. So first of all,
we love you.
This look like a half wig. It looks like a half wig.
It ain't no full frontal.
This ain't no frontal on this. This also looks like, y'all know how y'all be trying to swoop them baby hairs down to them tracks. Not the wigs, on them tracks. And you got the track glued all the way up to the front of your edges. And you try to glue that shit down. And then you try to have one of them closure pieces that don't really sit down because you ain't flat ironing right.
They ain't got that. They got that. This in the back.
No.
Closure.
I'm not even finna go there with you. I'm gonna move on. Now these eyebrows. Now listen.
Those are colored on.
Listen. Listen. You know what's crazy? That's what I was about to say. But you know what? This not even a stencil because at least the stencil, both of your eyebrows will look the same. They look like twins, identical. These right here, one has an arch and the other one is pointing. Listen. Listen. Tiffany Haddish don't have no damn fingernails on, not damn fingernail polish. And I've always seen her with fingernails on. So maybe this is her head on somebody else's body.
It look kind of photoshopped. I don't know because I don't think Tiffany Haddish would wear that dress.
But you know what? She might have just been happy to be on Time Magazine. And this might be from a couture collection. I don't know. What I do know is this is a hot ass mess. And I think, Tiffany Haddish. This is from what's the damn lady? Wait a minute. What's the damn lady from Star Wars with the shit right here? This from the Princess Leia couture collection.
Oh my God.
Matter of fact, let me go and do a side by side for you motherfuckers, because y'all think I'm playing.
They making my stomach hurt.
You ain't got no business laughing in here today.
Not like that.
I'm gonna take some medicine. I need some medicine.
You alright?
Oh my God, what's this?
I can't. Y'all need to figure this thing out. Y'all need to figure this thing out. I'm about to look up Princess Leia right now because that's exactly.
Princess Leia couture.
Yes, this is exactly what y'all got her out here looking like. But you know what? The thing that kills me is Tiffany Haddish is great. Okay,
I love her.
She is so winning right now. In every way, shape, form, and fashion.
I'm all for her.
Wait a minute. You know what else is funny? The last OG. I didn't know if I was gonna like it.
Then I told you it was a lot of cussing.
It was. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
They bleeped out some stuff. Then bleeped out some. I didn't know you could say dick on national TV without FCC.
You can say a lot after 10 o'clock.
I'm trying to say. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? What is Tracy Morgan and Tiffany Haddish doing with their life? But it was absolutely hilarious, and I love them for it.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
And I can't wait till the night school one come out with her. And,
I don't know.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
But I'm looking more forward to it for Tiffany Haddish than Kevin Hart. Because Kevin Hart already got his money. Tiffany Haddish, she need to get her money.
That's true.
I'm more excited. And she just, it seems like a more good, a more true role for her. Not necessarily for him. From the trailer
Listen, if y'all go to Instagram right now, by the time we publish this, it'll probably be the day before. But, I mean, a day later. But if you go look at our post, you'll see the side-by-side of Princess Leia and Tiffany Haddish. And you better, y'all ain't gonna be to tell me that this is not from the Princess Leia Couture collection.
May the force be with you.
Y'all not gonna be able to tell me this shit. Y'all not gonna do it.
We love you, Tiffany Haddish. You are the best.
We not.
Don't come to us like you did.
Y'all not gonna do it.
The two people on Twitter and everything. We love you, girl. We are here for you, and we cannot wait till you are just awesome and famous and everything. You already awesome, girl. We love you. I'm telling you, I didn't even watch the what is it called, Uncensored?
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay.
Oh my
That was
God.
really good.
Bitch.
It was really good.
Haddish, just to see you.
20 by 20 by 1. 20 by 20 by 1.
So yes, check the Instagram as I just posted the Tiffany Haddish Princess Leia Couture collection side by side, so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because y'all not gonna call me fool. I'm trying to tell you this is what it is. I'm trying to tell you this is exactly what it is. Anyway, but we had a good time this time, man. Like I say, everything is everything. What y'all gotta say? Closing notes.
You know what, I love y'all so much. I'm gonna say something.
No, don't tell them too long.
Black women. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys listening and tuning in. I hope that we are providing something that you need. Again, if there's any questions, any issues, or any, we are not adverse. You know, we do not care about adverse reactions. So definitely feel free to drop us a comment line on the website. Download the podcast, share it. If you know a homegirl who you might not need this information today, but if you know a friend that might need it, definitely feel free to share it and have them download it and comment it on it as well.
Absolutely. And please share it. And if you have any questions for us individually, I mean, you can post those questions for us. If you have any questions about who we are or what we do or what we're about,
that's none of your damn business.
you can ask us. I mean, if we don't want to answer, of course, we will not answer.
My prerogative.
None of your damn business.
We're going to tell you, mind your damn business before I come up there and punch your ass.
But which bill you going to pay today?
But we do want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
We definitely want to hear from you. We want you to share it. Please share it. We do have a lot to say, a lot to talk about, and eventually we want to be able to hear y'all live as well.
I can't wait.
But that's where I was gonna go. Yeah. So when you finish, I'm gonna pick up what you're dropping.
Let you go ahead and pick it up from there.
So
thank y'all for listening. Appreciate you.
What we'll do, because we've received plenty of emails with suggestions and Facebook inbox messages with topics. I know, right? Topic suggestions. What we want to do is next episode, we're going to commit to recording it and putting the audio live on Facebook. We also will drop our phone number, and you can actually record your questions, leave us a voicemail message, record our questions. Understand that if you leave a message, your voice will appear on the podcast. So with you leaving it, you are providing me with express permission to use your voice in a podcast episode. So we'll post the phone number. Again, you can definitely record the voicemail message. And if you want to be on the show as a guest, to talk about whatever. I mean, next month is Mental Health Month. If you're a therapist or you have a mental health story, that you want to talk about, or you want to talk about finances, because Financial Literacy Day is every day for us. Let us know. Drop us a line. Say, hey, I want to be on there. We do a lot of cussing. If you don't cuss, then you don't have to, but know that we will. So, keep the topics coming, keep the likes, the shares, the follows, the rates, and subscriptions coming. We definitely appreciate it. And listen to us wherever podcasts are heard. That's it.
All right. Later. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining the Do Better Sis podcast tonight. We have had an amazing time tonight. We were able to bring you a lot of different content about a lot of different subjects. Some were serious, some were just informative, and some was just downright humorous. We just had a great time. There was some information that some of us found to be very, close to our heart, and we disagreed on, we agreed on, we laughed about. Whatever the case, we were able to talk about it. We were able to have real talk like sisters should be able to do. And we want that to trickle out to you as well. And if you want this conversation to continue, visit our website at www.dobettersispodcast.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Do Better Sis Podcast, or on Instagram, or like our Facebook page. That's Do Better Sis Podcast. Whether you follow us, share us, or like us, the most important thing that we want you to do is join us as we strive, as well as you, to do better, sis.